So first things first, before we get this kicked off, I want to say thank you, gentlemen, for showing up tonight and being a part of this squadcast. And I thought it'd be cool if everybody would introduce themselves around the room, because I know a lot of you guys have a bunch of content and a bunch of things you're doing. So it'd be cool if you could tell everybody what you're doing.
Well,
Shit.
since nobody's talking, hi guys, I'm Wolf Alexander. I do music, I do shirts, I do everything actually. Next, I guess.
All right.
Yo, it's your boy Rob, aka iAmKingEarl, you know what I'm saying? Do music, clothes, octopus, just like for me, you know what I'm saying? Do a little bit of everything. So just trying to get it. That's it.
All right. You the last one, man.
My turn. Okay, yeah. My name Booda. I'll be chilling, bro. I ain't doing too much. I like to talk.
You came here because you love Lovecraft.
Yeah, I heard Lovecraft.
I heard Lovecraft. I have to be in the conversation now.
You hear me? I want to talk about that.
Well,
shit, hey, I don't really be talking about love. What's up?
No, I was gonna say you guys are basically taking part of my being on camera for the first time for this shit. So appreciate the being a part of this.
No problem, sir. No problem.
Happy to be here.
I'll just try not to die on your camera, sir.
Happy to be.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. We already talked about that, Wolf. Okay, so shit, let's just go ahead and hit the ball running. Shit, first takes. How'd you feel about Lovecraft just right off the bat? Oh, Quay.
Well, it made me realize that Naruto. Huh?
So I'm gonna do it counterclockwise because on my screen, Quay is at the top. Oh wait, Booda is at the top on the left, and then Earl, and then you. So I guess we can we'll figure it out. But shit, just take it from the top, Quay.
Me, okay. I really liked it. I think it started off like from the very beginning. It came out strong, you know what I'm saying? And then as it went on, it just picked up, and the way they tied in just different time periods with the main character's life, and just the way it tied Black people to magic, and just it was amazing, man. I ain't gonna say too much to give everybody a chance to say something better, but I really liked it.
I thought it was a pretty amazing show, you know what I'm saying? Just like he said, past culture of our culture and the things that we went through in the past. Also going with like sci-fi and fantasy, and like it was crazy. You never seen anything like that before. I'm like, okay, yeah, I fuck with it. The actors was good. It's nice. I'm definitely ready for another season if we do have one.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Lovecraft Country made me realize that Naruto is a fucking incubus. Hear me out.
Oh God! Drama.
Exactly. The fucking nine-tailed fox is a Japanese sex demon.
Yeah.
And
and they make it worse. They put that in a baby.
Right? They put that in a baby.
Put that in a baby.
And and like sexy jutsu makes sense now. It's like, you know what? No wonder you did that shit, Naruto. I get it.
You ruined my childhood or my adulthood.
your adulthood.
Yeah. Okay, so both Rob and Wolf know how I have to start this sentence off when I start talking about my views on Lovecraft. I gotta first start with Joe Budden, forgive me. First off, I love the show because of the fact that it's us. We're finally seeing us on television doing those things. I can't wait to see what happens next because we got the ball running. At the end of it, what ended up happening for me is I had to Doctor Who it. the show is the Black Doctor Who for me. And you gotta hear me out when I say that. But it's like
Time travel.
well, not even just that. There's like if you're familiar with Doctor Who, there's certain things that are just you just kind of go, okay, I'm okay with that because I'm just gonna just let it be. But I'm like there are things that I wish were executed better. But that's why we're here to talk about it because I wanna give you my views, exchange your views, and I wanna hear what you got to say about it. I wanna hear what you got to say about it.
I knew when you first told me about that you wanted to talk about Lovecraft, just the way that you were saying it, that you had some things that you really wanted to get off your chest about it, bro. Like I want to say on the last podcast when we were talking about it.
I've been harboring this shit since I talked to both of y'all.
The thing about Lovecraft Country, though, you know what I'm saying? It's like you say, it's like a black manga comic, you know what I'm saying? Action. It's just it's packed full of different things, you know what I'm saying? But each episode you would think would be about the previous episode would be whole about something totally different, about a whole different side character, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it all tie in the same way. So it's like, damn, like the way the puzzle fit is gonna be perfect at the end of the day. You want the story to go a certain way because of what you have last seen, but it's gonna be a whole different thing.
Yo.
Right,
first episode was amazing. I love the first episode.
Yes.
They hit the ground running. And I was just like, yo, this show's gonna be good. But I'm not gonna lie, man. Somebody need to persuade me. Episode 2, it felt like Sailor Moon. They were just throwing lights around, and I was just like, what are we doing? And then they killed it. They killed homie to like bring us in, man. It's just like they killed old dude just to make us want to watch some more.
Right. Like I feel like they used a lot of different tactics, bro. I feel like they used a lot of different tactics to make it a good sale. Like you saw directing. Yeah, like you saw everything that you'll see in a typical anime, bro. Like you saw a backstory, you saw like an actual backstory where it went all the way into the fucking past before the shit with a whole related but unrelated story. And
I like that y'all saying that.
Like,
the anime part, because it really brings it home when you call it that. Like it makes a lot more sense when you say it's like a black anime.
How else can you explain it?
Yeah.
You got monsters and Jim Crow, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah, bro. And it was black without trying to be too black.
Exactly. And it's still beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Especially the Emmett Till episode. With the Demon Sisters.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's it. Fam, that was the point where I was creeped the fuck out. Like the shotguns, I'm cool with that shit. The niggas, the magic, everything I was cool with. But when I seen them two creepy ass bitches, bro, it was like, oh my fucking god. Like I damn near shit myself, bro. Like what the fuck is this? I started looking around and shit, trying to see if they were behind me and shit, man. That shit creeped me the fuck out.
They were creepy, bro.
They were dancing motherfucker too.
Those actresses are spot on because I was creeped out.
Man.
But I really like Hippolyta's story.
Yeah.
That was like my favorite, some of my favorite, just because the Afrofuturism and it was. I really enjoyed it. The message,
transformation,
my favorite episode.
The intelligence.
James Baldwin speaking at the end.
My dumb ass would have been dead. I would have been still in that room with them blocks and shit that she reached, all that shit she was doing. I would not have made it out there. I'm telling you, she was writing shit that she was saying math I ain't never heard of. Like I didn't even know about.
Yeah.
And then she was drawing.
You got to think
the way she was.
Wonder Woman Mama, right?
Like for real?
Oh, you talking about in
the comics? Hippolyta is Wonder Woman Mama, ain't it? Yeah.
Hippolyta.
I don't have my shit with me to look it up right now, but shit, I'm going with it.
I can look. See what it was.
I do remember that, like in part of like one of the little smaller backstories, it actually showed that Hippolyta as a child she like discovered like a constellation that didn't exist or some shit, or a star, and named it. But like, of course, the white people took over.
Oh yeah, I remember that
like
episode.
she was smart. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of the Amazons in Greek mythology.
Greek mythology.
So I guess when DC adopted it, that would only make sense that would be Wonder Woman's mom.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
I'm in the whole motherfucking it's a Facebook group for HBO Lovecraft Country. I'm talking about they be breaking that shit down like a motherfucker. I'm talking about taking my shit you ain't never would have even out of, and just they got everything down pat. They read the book and everything. I'm like, shit, I'm just watching the motherfucking show because that shit go hard. But y'all got the science behind
the book for sure, bro. I got my Kindle right here.
Okay, I gotta ask y'all this one. How do y'all feel about the new music back in the day? Earl, how did you feel about them using up-to-date music to portray old scenes or to go along with the old scenes?
I feel like it definitely
nailing that shit.
Hold on, Jit. I was talking to Earl. I want to keep this shit so we can. Well, shit. Also for my editing, I ain't trying to have to fight y'all voices. But nah, Earl.
I was gonna bring that up. That motherfucking soundtrack they had for it, like, but it's come to music. You know, I mean, I wouldn't say I care too much about the time frame of like what you're using. As long as it shit fit and it has a message go behind it and I feel it, I'm gonna rock with it. And they did they tied it together seamlessly with the songs that they chose, the feeling of it, the ambiance, dynamics of the music with the dynamics of the scenes. I think it was good. I think it was straight. Whoever the producer was, they was on that shit.
Nah, for real. Like, I feel like because they use current music, like, it was kind of a tactic, but it really wasn't because it fit. Like, it was like it resonates more with the newer crowd, and that's kind of what it's for. It's not for people like 40 and 50 years old. Like, it's for people that listen to fucking Future and like other shit and like the smart black kids, like, in general. Why am I delivering to Northern Equipment?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm just so happy that he put like listening to Future and then smart black kids in the same sentence.
That's his quote. That's his quote now.
People be hating on my nigga, man.
Yeah, I mean, but like,
what are your thoughts on it, man?
Really just a vibe.
I'm trying to remember. So I remember a couple of scenes, more than a couple of scenes, where they would be singing songs of that time. Especially, what's the lady's name that drank the poison and turned to the white chick? What was her name?
Letty's sister.
Ruby.
Ruby.
Yeah. So Ruby, like, even I think maybe like first, second episode, you hear Ruby singing.
If you're singing daytime songs, yeah.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed when I heard the music of that time. But like you saying, the cut scenes and when everything just, oh yeah, I really enjoyed that. Like, cause it, like they said, it helps it to resonate better with us. You know what I'm saying? Cause I mean, that's what you want to hear. You watching a show that potentially could be your favorite show. I know I was at a time I was really watching it like that. And then you hear your favorite song, your favorite artist. So yeah, they hit it and they did it right.
Now the question for me is like, why the fuck am I the oddball? Because like, bro, when Better Have My Money came on, I was like, but no, like, I don't know, in my head, I'm going, you can craft the music that have that essence of that time period and still make it pop and still make people be addicted to it. Like fucking Cinnamon at the end. Like it was this own thing. And I know it did come out just for the thing, but it's just, I don't know, man. I just felt like they could have crafted some other stuff to capture that period, but still make it pop. You can get a bass and make that shit sound like it's trap too, but it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know why I'm the oddball, but that shit did rub me wrong. I didn't I could see it happening more in season 2, especially if they're doing the time jumps.
Was it that song in particular, or was it like?
Was that song in particular?
Any song? Yeah, or was it any song?
It was anytime. I love that song. I love that song. It just like all the songs they played. I love those songs. However, it's just it just took me out of the experience. Like Red Bottoms, I understand homegirl was wearing red bottoms. They didn't need to play red bottoms.
Nah, I feel you on that shit, bro. It fucks with the aesthetic. But like I said, it's supposed to be like a timeless story because the Lovecraft story, I want to say that shit was written like 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Like the actual book, and then Lovecraft existed like fucking 500, like I don't
1908 or something.
Yeah.
Huh?
That was that's early. What is that? When is Lovecraft when did he first hop on the scene?
I want to say like 1200s or some shit. Like, damn, old.
I thought it was later than that, bro. Like it was like 19 or 18, late 18s.
There.
Okay, look it up. What was the question?
Oh, the question was when Lovecraft come on the scene and started writing books and stuff. I could have sworn it was during basically before civil rights movements and stuff. Like it was in the 19.
He was dead in the 30s. He died in 1937. Book was published 20. It was called The Cats of Othar.
Does it happen to say anything about I guess all the anthologies? Are all the anthologies in that book, or is it just like he has? Because I think he has separate stories, but does it say anything about that?
Lovecraft Country was actually written by somebody else. It wasn't written by Lovecraft.
Oh, you're talking about just the actual series, not like old guy with the cat name.
No, Lovecraft Country, the book, was not written by Lovecraft.
Yeah. Well, what all do they tie into with the honestly, I should have been looking all that shit up my damn self. All the tie-ins with Lovecraft, or just why they call it Lovecraft Country.
Oh no, the whole book itself is written in Lovecraft lore. Like all that. That's why the Shoggoths and the sons of Adam and all that shit. Like it's in Lovecraft stuff, but it actually was written by somebody else, like in the 50s or some shit. Because Lovecraft was racist. Like Lovecraft was like supremely fucking racist.
He had a cat named Nigga.
I did not know that. Oh God.
Okay.
He had a cat named Nigga.
Yes, bro, he did.
If you go that far, is they even racist or is it like doing a
just so he could say it. Just so he could say it.
Was it a black cat?
You know, bro, I wouldn't be surprised.
Just so he could see it. But hey, though, you had brought up that topic, though, and that made me want to ask y'all. Like when Ruby had got that potion, you know what I'm saying, be able to turn into a white woman and everything, you know what I'm saying? How did y'all feel about that? Like, would y'all even do something like that yourself? Like take a potion where y'all can become like a white man or some shit?
I mean, maybe in the 50s, bro, just because they had like certain freedoms and shit there.
Hey, hold on, yo. I gotta find this Hennessy.
All right.
I'm not leaving. I just gotta find a Henny.
Like, I feel like everybody that be like, I couldn't have been a slave, I would have got killed, fam. I feel like all those people would have took that potion. Just because, like, at the end of the day, fam, I mean, like, it's a fucked up thing to have in a movie or whatever, but at the end of the day, it literally is a freedom potion. So you are free from persecution. You pretty much don't have to be black for a day. You can be whatever the fuck you want to be. Yeah. And she chose to be white. Like, I mean, well, That's what the potion had in it, but whatever. Like that's what she wanted. She wanted to be white. She wanted to not have to be persecuted or looked at funny or have to walk in the back door and shit. Like she wanted to be free.
Yeah.
Yeah, make a lot of
That's
sense.
how.
They make a whole lot.
That's how I felt about it. I love the way that they made it look and how painful they made it look for that transformation. It's like, despite all that, they still did
That's how you
it.
know Jordan Peele. That's how you know Jordan Peele was a part of that. Cause that shit was.
Okay, we talking about the transformation.
Yeah, we talking about the potion with Ruby and the old girl.
So, did y'all remember in there? She was like, basically, every time she becomes Will or whatever his name was,
William,
he had to die. You know what I'm saying? And every time she changed back or whatever, she had to die. Christina, or I'm bad with names, guys, especially.
It was Christina.
Like Christina. Okay, so yeah, so basically, and it was the same way with Ruby and the white chick that she turned into. Like she was dying every time. That shit was powerful. In that
shit was dumb, bitch, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Did y'all notice how the girl that too though, the white one she turned into was a white woman. What was her name? From the first episode with the two dolls, you know what I'm saying, that tower. When they first trying to go find a chick daddy and shit.
Oh shit, the worker, the lady that had them two dogs.
Abel or Adele or something like that. I don't remember her name. But yeah, she was the same person from there. That's who she turned into.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I thought it was always something weird going on with those two characters. What's her brother and Christina? Well, I don't think it's her brother. I don't know exactly what was Will to her, like a lover or something.
He was a lover.
Okay. And it was always, for me, it was always like, it always felt something weird about him. And I was playing around with the notion of what if like that basically something similar to that case that would happen. And I love the fact that did happen. Like shit like that was one of the things I was like, this is cool storytelling. What was the other thing? I love the fact that how they portrayed it. It really captured the magic of that era, and I like that. Like it's like they went all the way to capture that sci-fi part, and that's what I did like about it. I really love when they played around with that kind of stuff. I love the what else was there? There was the monsters, the little things they had in the beginning. I thought they were cool for that first episode. It kind of got annoying after they recurred and came back at the end. It's like they just needed something for plot, but it was still cool to see old dude get power over it.
The thing
that was a shock off too. It wasn't like the other ones. Like the other ones was smaller. Like the black one was fucking huge. Like I think it wasn't even a shock off. It was something different.
I think people saying that was George. Like they turned into George. Like that's like I don't know how to explain it, but there's people saying that like it was George. You know, it was with what's her name? Diana. That's her name. What's her name? D.
Yeah.
When she killed Christina, he was with her. But they saying that might have been George. Why else would they be like so protective of him?
That's interesting.
I mean, with Lovecraftian lore and magic, I wouldn't put it past it just because it's kind of like necromancy, I guess.
Yeah.
But
just think about it. They had did the whole spell, but it was him and his dad, Montrose. They did the spell, so the blood probably like I don't know, could have some kind of affected some kind of thing where it would have happened like that. Because Montrose was still with D at the time when they was even doing that when that show little part happened.
I mean, I don't know enough of Lovecraft to say that Shoggoths are pretty much zombies, but I wouldn't put it past like Lovecraft lore, like. Cause Lovecraftian shit is like it's really, really fucking deep. Like it's so deep. Like peep this shit. It's so fucking deep that people like actually successfully do Lovecraftian magic in real fucking life. Maybe not some of the
What?
shy gods and shit like that, but like there's an actual spell book out based on the Lovecraftian magic and shit like that. And magic comes from belief power and shit like that, like they said in the story. But like it's been confirmed that shit
Question.
has actually worked.
Oh, where can I go to read some Lovecraft
Yeah.
then? Because you were saying the HP Lovecraft guy, that ain't what we talking about as far as what the lore of this HBO show is. So, what book should I read that will give me information on Lovecraft
Start with
Country?
Cthulhu, man.
Cthulhu?
There's a lot of that I don't know if like Cthulhu is like the name of one of the books though, but like
It's the Call
Cthulhu
of
is like
Cthulhu, bro.
yeah,
All
the
of
Call of Cthulhu,
Cthulhu?
right? Call of Cthulhu. That's a
Stop
Lovecraft
playing
book.
me. I'm
Like
gonna
the
steal
like
it
like
right
the
now.
the little monsters that had like all the eyes and shit on the back of it. That's called a Shoggoth. That is a direct monster, beast, whatever from Lovecraft lore.
The book.
And then like games like Baldur's Gate, that's all Lovecraft. You like the game? That's a Lovecraft game.
Oh yeah, you was telling me about that. I actually have that written down that I have to go check out.
I ain't trying to play the game. I'm looking for the book.
Just when I first looked over the book, I listened to it on YouTube. Just put Call of Cthulhu.
The little head. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, the octopus mouse. I done heard about them hoes.
I can't
Giant god. Shit.
I can't do I gotta read it.
Oh really?
Yeah, I can't do it.
Nah, Quay's a reader. Like, let me see. I'm about to look up a Lovecraft book.
You can't read me no story. I gotta read it myself.
That's a rare find, man. That's a rare find.
Okay, so
what's those called? An audiobook?
Yeah.
I honestly I'm about to shoot you a text, Quay, with a picture of some Lovecraft books. And personally, I say start with the Necronomicon. I don't know if you've seen the
Necronomicon.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen that
Like some shit,
what's the
don't
name of that TV show? Chainsaw Arm?
What's up?
What's the name of that show, the TV show with the nigga with the chainsaw arm? And like it's like
yeah, but Ash is in it. Dead. Fucking
people dead.
Yeah.
So these are written by HP. Oh, I'm sorry.
Huh?
Bad. I'm my bad.
Yeah,
I was asking.
He was getting that. Those are based.
Written by H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah.
But Lovecraft Country is not written by H.P. Lovecraft.
No, it's based on the lore. So it's like say for instance, you just put the story, it's just the characters are all in that mythology in a way. And I love it because bro, I didn't know shit about sundown towns until this show. And
I didn't either.
That was a beautiful scene too. Speaking of the sundown town,
that's still a thing right now.
Like whoa. I was just like, hold on. Please tell me where I shouldn't be going.
Shit, go all up in them hoes. You mean we stand?
Hey, make it. You ain't never made the drive to Houston.
Go to Vito.
Like, when you
ain't never heard like
them country towns
for no reason.
I do remember riding with Bay, and we had to do a detour, and
me, where'd he go? Found his ass. He in one of them towns right now. Hear me, Scoots?
I hear you. I don't hear anybody. Oh, there's Rob.
Hey, Earl.
Earl, sorry. Earl. And
W.
SANe is still non-existent for me.
Yeah, I can't hear. The Dragon Master.
Hey, give me some
Yo, yo.
food.
There you go. He's coming back.
Okay.
What's up?
All right, we good. We good. This shit was just being.
Yeah, I'm hungry. My bad about this for me.
What's up?
Shout out to Bay. She's back there looking all cute and stuff. I'm gonna eat her like this food right here.
But nah,
have to say stuff like that.
But nah, man, like I didn't know. I mean, I'm not surprised. What's up?
The moderators are asleep. I'm gonna say whatever the hell I want.
Bro, that's honestly on Reddit. I mean, that is crazy because that's probably where I'll find out if sundown towns really do exist or what exactly goes down. Because when I was on Reddit, that's where you find out that people are as racist as they possibly can be.
Anyone there?
What's up?
Hello?
Yo, yo. Can you hear me?
Did I lose everybody?
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Wolf, can you hear me?
Hear me if I can't hear you.
Hey, man. I'm just trying. It's technology. It should be happening like that. It's like I heard everything you said. Well, I heard shit you said, bro.
Wait, Wolf.
Yes.
You can. Oh, so you can hear me? Okay.
See, but I can't hear Earl though.
You're not in another dimension where you can't speak.
Bro, this scares me because I hope this shit don't go like that this weekend.
Damn. This weekend I will be stationary, so I just gotta get some money right now. That's why I'm still dashing. Otherwise, I would have been sitting still. Granted, I've been sitting still for a minute because I honestly can't find where I'm supposed to be delivering this to. And the maps, I tried both maps. They took me to the same place, which is closed. I'm supposed to be delivering a Walmart order. I'm supposed to be delivering Christmas gifts to people, and they just not here, fam.
Can't call him.
But that takes me back to my Domino's days.
Oh, here we go.
I worked at Pizza Hut.
Oh, damn. Well,
what?
They had me in a smart car, fam, and they paid me extra to drive that little motherfucker too.
When was this?
They said that they would pay me extra. They paid me more money to drive their car than to drive my own car. And I was like, fuck it, I'll take it.
Earl, you back?
They probably got it. They probably got a tax write-off because you drive a smart car.
Oh yeah, they did.
But then again, it's on the same hand. It was advertisement because it said Pizza Hut on the car.
Yeah.
Both.
But shit. Fucking forgot where we go. Well, no, we were talking about basically how the story of Lovecraft, they basically told history and informed more people about it. And that even got me questioning about the Vietnam episode. And were we dicks like that in Vietnam? I wonder about that. I don't know if you guys know about it. I didn't look it up afterwards, but were we dicks like that in Vietnam? Were we just offing people?
It was sundown towns.
Wait,
no,
what?
Can you hear me?
I'm confused.
Yeah, I
heard you asked where they offered people in the war.
No, yeah, I get that part, but in the point where they were running through cities, doing they were doing in the story, just fucking up populations and shit, just grabbing people, grabbing nurses and shit.
I mean, what?
Quay, can you hear me?
Can't hear nobody now.
All right, hold on.
So I can hear you.
Hey, I hear you. Whatever that was. How are you, bro?
Yo.
Still can't see you. Your video been loading since forever.
Booda. Earl. Earl. Wolf.
Yes.
So Wolf, you can hear me.
Yes, I had just got a call. Is that like fucking y'all up when I get a call?
No, I don't think so. I just think some of us can't hear each other. I think people need to back out and come back in.
Okay, roll call. Quay.
Yes.
Lucky fucking Booda.
Yes.
Okay. It's a delay. Sorry. Earl.
I'm in it, home.
Same.
Yo.
Did everybody else hear everybody else say their name?
I heard everybody except for Darius.
God damn it. God damn it. All right, Wolf, can you tell Quay to back out and you back in?
Hey, Quay, he asked, can you like back out and back in because for some reason you can't hear him, but everybody else can, right, Earl?
I can't hear him either.
Oh.
God damn it.
Oh, shit. Did you like tie this to me or some shit? I'm confused.
Hey, man, you the DM now.
I'm gonna reload my shit.
But just, hey, bro, you have the power at the moment. Have them back out, back in.
They're gone.
They should be back. I think here they come.
I have to leave, but I'm not closing the phone.
Gotcha. But you've been on video this whole time, man.
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yep.
Okay. Quay.
Yes.
Okay. All right, you guys are vocally back. Now, if you, return to video by pressing the video button. This is the bootlegger's most video that hey, man, you got to figure this shit out as you go. That's what this shit's about.
Right.
Yeah,
Yo.
It's crazy that it was you, though. Like how
I can see you now.
Why the fuck? What the fuck?
It was,
bro, life just be a bitch sometimes. All right, we back?
I'm back.
Okay, cool. Shit, the most important part of shit, I'm having fun fucking up with this shit.
So you didn't know about Sundown Towns?
Bro, I didn't know shit about them. Of course you understand, like, hey, there's racism places, but I didn't know there was shit like that. Like that shit was kind of scary. When I started thinking about what my family would have to go through back in the day, like that shit's scary. Because most of my fam, they come from College Station, and we already know that shit's been fucked up from like a long gas time. If you crossed a certain train track, it was like over for your ass in a way.
It's like
nigga,
that. Not white people.
Nigga, in Oregon, you are not allowed to be black.
Right now?
In
Oregon? Right now?
Nah, not right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they got peanut butter and crack sandwiches now.
But see what happens when you keep all the black folks out? Drugs become legal. Hard drugs.
But the question that I was asking you guys was because of shit, like Wolf made a good point. It was war. And in Vietnam, like that Vietnam episode also got me questioning, because that's what I really loved about the show. It got you questioning shit and made you go look it up. It made you be like, what the fuck? And then you want to go look it up. And like I was wondering about it. Like, was Vietnam what I mean by that fucked up? I mean, as in like,
Korea, right?
yo, we were just in that bitch offing people like without giving a care about it.
I mean, you gotta think about it, bro. It's war. Like
all out war.
It's not like just like these niggas is fighting these niggas, and all the civilians is out the shit. No, they will hold fucking civilians hostage.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like the mother of fucking Saddam Hussein, they will fucking drug her, all type of shit to figure out where the fuck this nigga at.
Yeah.
Or and in that specific instance on Lovecraft Country, they were doing that because they felt like there were people that was giving information to the people that they were warring against. So it's like, hey, peep this. Everybody gonna die unless somebody tells me who the fuck is letting everybody know where the fuck we at. Cause we can't have this shit.
No, that ain't what was happening.
What? Wait, what did I miss?
She was
about with Young John and Young G.
She was fucking them soldiers off. She was fucking all them soldiers. She was killing their ass.
Oh,
and she was saying like, well, for some reason on this shift, when y'all working, people are dying type shit.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah. That makes more sense.
She was fucking them soldiers, bro. And they was like, what the fuck going on? Every time when this group of people at work, soldiers is dying and going missing.
Remember, because she had to get 100 bodies.
And they ain't. She got 100 bodies off their ass, bro.
You make a good point.
She would have disappeared at 100.
He makes a good point though. He makes a really good point. I didn't look at it and think of it that way because they kept riddling it in saying spies. But the reality is, if you losing people from your squad, they probably trying to find who's out there doing that shit. So you make a good ass point with that.
For sure, bro. They knew what the fuck was going on.
Did anybody feel like Letty was the black version of the Asian chick, or like they have like old dude has a type?
I definitely feel like you saw with that red. I mean, like this was the best friend. He might have ended up with the Asian chick because Letty was like his friend as a child and shit, and boom, that shit happened that way.
Yeah. What's your favorite episode?
I think I'm with Quay on that Hippolyta episode, bro.
Hippolyta was one of the best ones, and then shit, in fact, got them hoes. I kind of like that season finale was kind of thrown.
Oh man!
At the same time, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way they like, I don't like how they kill my nigga motherfucking dick off, bro.
Oh, God.
He's supposed to still be alive, bro.
Y'all know that actor's from Dallas, right? Surrounding area.
I know a homie that knows him, and I know a homie that knows him. It's cool
I wanted to see him
people.
Win, bro.
Yeah, homie's about to do the shit for Marvel too. He's probably gonna be if not the main villain, he's gonna open up the door for like the main villain in the next Marvel shit.
Oh, like Loki kind of did for Thanos and shit.
Yeah,
I think I heard that the next villain is gonna be Galactus.
I don't know. I don't know. I would think that Galactus would, if anything, Galactus would come up. But Galactus, if they do Fantastic Four, then it'll be.
Gonna have a Fantastic Four in the next one, in the next Avenger shits.
But there's a good chance that because you remember they're trying to fuck with the time shit. They're trying to since they fucked with the time shit, that mean they might. What is that? What are those people? I forgot. It was there's a story in Marvel where all the Earths start colliding with each other. And it's because they started fucking up shit. So they started basically destroying other planets because of that shit. And it's not the Beyonders. It's like, I think it is the Beyonders.
The overseers and shit?
Yeah, them niggas that's been around before everything.
Yeah, the Grey. Oh, are you talking about the Greys, or are you talking about like the origins of the mutants?
So they started bringing up the Greys around the same time. You got the Greys, and you got the my bad for like jumping the story from Lovecraft to fucking Marvel, y'all.
Nah, bro, I just want them to let goddamn the X-Men in the Marvel universe. Let's do that first. So you
I
talking
think I
about all
heard
this
that's
other
supposed to be
shit?
happening too. I heard a
You
lot
That
of
just
shit
is.
about
bring.
Marvel.
They got
Right, yeah,
that.
please, what's up with the X-Men, bro?
They
X-Men
got
go hard
that.
than
I
hell.
love X-Men, bro.
X-Men go hard than hell, bro.
I love the whole Marvel shit.
Yeah, see, it took a while for them to be able to include the X-Men because Fox owns the X-Men.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
though
Yeah.
that it's a
and
Marvel
Sony,
thing, they sold
yeah,
their
cause
rights
why
so
they
they couldn't sell the shit.
tripping, bro? They did the Spider-Man the same
Yeah,
way.
they with Logan, bro.
Yeah,
Sold him to
and they got
Sony,
Spider-Man
but
back though.
Sony needed a little money. Say, hey, here, we look, we can do this.
Y'all can have
Y'all know
Spider-Man
it.
back.
Nah, this what happened, bro. How many
Yeah, Disney
failed
Channel, yeah.
Sony Spider-Man movies did you see before Sony was like, you know what, Marvel? Y'all in y'all bag, bro. Let's go ahead and do this. Cause Marvel want it bad, cause Spider-Man is like one of the top. He right up there with Superman.
Yeah.
As far as you know,
Spider-Man, my
yeah,
favorite.
Favoritism.
people love the fuck out of Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was always a big fan of X-Men because of the opposing, the whole Malcolm X versus Martin Luther King in a way. That's what I loved about it. Because to this day, I don't know which side I align more on. It's like I'm trying to figure out how you fuse both of them together and make a perfect better. But it's like their polarities are just too different. You can't do it for some reason.
Yeah, and
What you mean?
I
Movies
like
be having no symbolism.
I like X-Men a little bit more than I like Marvel. I like the Avengers stories and the Marvel stories and shit, but I like X-Men because everybody has fucking superpowers. Like Thor didn't really have superpowers; he just happened to be a nigga from another planet.
Did you say
And
Thor doesn't have superpowers?
There's mutants, you know what I'm saying? The mutants is about
Thor
us.
does not
That
have
melanin, you know what
superpowers.
I'm saying?
Like he's literally just from another.
Or
Yeah, God.
All them niggas. That's how the planet is. Like everybody on the planet is that strong type shit. And the reason why
no,
he could do the lightning was because the
But Thor is actually a son of some
stop,
of
Scoots. You
Odin or
talking
some
about
shit.
Let
Thor don't
him
have
Son of
finish.
Odin.
We'll
superpowers?
correct him when he's done.
within himself or whatever. But that was like I don't know, like
You don't.
he had superpowers.
Yes, bro.
In what
For
So,
sure.
okay.
If anybody got them hoes, he got them hoes.
So the problem that's happening is you're probably thinking about there's different depictions of him. If you're thinking Ultimate Comics, he doesn't have powers kind of because it's remember it's the guy that's actually on Earth, and every time he gets the hammer, there's a guy that used to get the hammer. I forgot what his name was,
He would
but in Ultimate
become
Comics,
Thor.
and like it was weird. Like he didn't have powers because they built a belt to give him powers and shit. Like they built that. If that's why when you see the Ultimate one, he has like this different look on him, and he has like four different like it's like his belt has like something to conduct electricity. And if you go to like base Marvel, like the original one, homie was from Asgard, but the other reason he had powers was because like the thunder shit. And I know that's like, oh yeah, he's a god of thunder, but I mean, I guess you could say that's powers too, bro. That's powers.
God, if you a god that can change the element, that automatically make you that's a superpower.
You gonna say gods ain't superpower?
I mean,
they got
the reason why I reference Loki is because like he does magic. That's something that anybody has access to. The magic that
I'll give you that.
can do. Not everybody can do this shit because they don't know fucking how. Loki learned how, and then he learned from more people how to do better and cooler shit. And that's not really a superpower. It's a superpower in our sense because you don't see motherfuckers floating this shit over here and making illusions and shit happen. And if they do, it's on the hush. But like that in
But you say
Asgard,
that he's super
like, that's not
powered.
really a superpower. Would I say that he's super?
You say that he's super powered then?
Compared to a regular human,
Because
OP as fuck.
because think what you said. Think what you just said. You just said that his power that anybody has access to it, but not everybody can do it. and then the people that can do it, they can't do it on the level that he doing it. So, I mean, that's like basketball. Like anybody can hoop, but who gonna be a superstar? You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you that.
I mean, when
He,
you come
like anybody could do it, but
Think about Superman, then you gotta say the same thing about Superman, Kal-El. You know, he came
It's
from the
homies
same
from another planet.
of,
another
you know
planet. And what is it? Our sun makes him that much more
super powered. Like
superpowered.
you take it to best root and just say super means best or better, then yes. Or extraordinary, yes. Okay.
Yeah, bro, it's stats. It's stats. Have you ever went to the pages to see how they depict all the different characters? Like they start breaking that shit up too. Like, oh, homie's super intelligent. Like they have like classes for that. Iron Man and Mr. Reed, they like at 7 or 8. Spider-Man's at 6. You know, they do all that. They break it all up and shit.
Oh God.
But
and you know what else they do? They list their powers.
Man's happening too, Val. But
but seriously though, Thor has superpowers.
Okay. Read that shit before, and Thanos is a planet buster. Literally can break a fucking planet in half. So
the Hulk.
Yeah, Thor.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
The Hulk. Hold on, we finna get. What you say, Robert? The Hulk ain't what?
We can beat up a whole planet, touch a planet and destroy a planet.
They're talking about Planet Breaker Hulk, World Breaker Hulk.
Man,
yes.
I don't know about comments like that. So I don't know about that.
Yes.
Oh man, Rob, you gotta get into them hoes. Them hoes good.
100%. The conversation nobody wants to have is that the Hulk ain't shit fucking with the Hulk. Nothing. No superhero, nothing. Like you gonna have to go get anime for Hulk. Like he passed all this normal shit. For real.
Shit, but like I don't know. Thor is like in comics. Thor is pretty much up there with the whole like they're neck and neck type shit.
Bro, no.
But once you get the War Breaker and Planet Breaker and all that shit, then that's what I'm talking about. Hulk, he watched everything. Superman.
What's the one where he has his mind? I forgot what they call it. It's a version of Hulk where they basically Bruce Banner. It's like the one that they depicted in where he's basically the Hulk all the time and he's
Professor
smart.
Hulk.
Yeah, there we go.
Professor Hulk.
How would you beat that nigga? How would you beat the Hulk at that point?
You couldn't. He's smarter than you. He could break you like a twig.
Okay, but you
can't shoot him, cut his head off, cut him. You can't do nothing to him.
Actually, there is a way. I forgot what it was because they did the shit one time. It was because you gotta remember Hulk's power is based off gamma radiation. So what you would do is you would literally just rob him of his gamma radiation, and then you would just off that nigga. There you go. It's done. Done.
You just drain them. You get a gamma draining ray.
And then you just go beat his ass to a pulp.
Trying to kill that nigga. You go die trying to kill it. You go pour all that radiation.
But Jean Grey though.
You dead.
Oh, that's a whole nother story, boy. You trying to go into Phoenix Force.
Yeah, bro. Like the Hulk ain't untouchable, bro. It's just that not a lot of people
got a different bag.
Oh, no,
this is a different bag.
Different bag.
Nah, hey,
she been excluded from the universe right now. She different.
different.
Speaking of comics, like I'm segueing this shit back to H.P. Lovecraft because
I knew it was coming.
Yeah. But I like that. I like D. I like the fact that she was drawing those comics and they told the story, and that shit was really cool. And I love the fact that old girl, like she was doing some cool shit. Like I like the fact that they portrayed all the characters as cool people. Like they weren't like, like the way that people try to depict us. Yeah. Everybody was depicted in this cool essence. Everyone was stacked up to a point where they were cool. They were cool. And I love the fact that like the blue-haired chick that she was drawing in the end, it turned out to be her mama. That shit was dope. That shit was dope.
Orinthia Blue or something.
Yeah.
She made that metamorphosis at the end on her episode. That's what I was saying. I gotta watch that shit on shrooms, man.
She made her badass arm too. Y'all saw that arm she had at the end?
Yeah.
She made it. She made it.
Hippolyta made it.
Yeah. Her mama made her badass arm.
She get her Edward on, man.
She went to that bitch said,
"They never learn." What y'all think about that mean? You know what I'm saying? They never learn. Like what was that? What was that last phrase?
So I was thinking she was saying they never learn as far as like why y'all didn't finish this bitch off. I don't make like I feel like she like the next generation, like no mercy. Like let me finish that.
Yeah.
But what I was wondering about that, peep this. I feel like she might be the villain for season 2.
Hippolyta?
No, D.
Her daughter.
D.
I don't see that.
Her arm with the monster? Bro, she's just gonna be out there avenging all the shit that she felt wrong, and they'll tell a different story. She'll be out there just wrecking shop.
Protagonist.
Right.
Yeah, well, you said the villain. I think she's gonna be on the bad guy's ass. Like I think she's gonna be a badass.
I can see her doing that. Like, think of it like this. It'll start off with her doing that, and like as the show progresses, she'll get not obsessed with it, but she'll then get to the point where she's doing it too much and getting dark. Yeah. Like
we gotta stop her because she's tripping right now.
Yeah. I can see her just wrecking shop.
I can see that, but I don't want to see that though.
You don't want to see that, but that would be a good story.
It would. But
then what they would do is they would have
so much time saving her and damn near really like putting all that energy into her when she was on that what's it called? Like I feel like in that circle, in that exchange of energy, she got too much positivity poured into her for her to switch like that. I think she know who the enemy is, and I think that her mama and Letty and damn, is Ruby dead? Damn.
Yeah, Ruby's dead.
Christina killed her.
That's
bro,
good for
what
her.
It sounds like is you're very hopeful, but I'm pretty sure she gonna go down a corrupt ass path once she get, because it's there, bro. It's there. Now I will say, because Lovecraft executes things weird for me, so they'll probably solve it by the 3rd episode. But I can see them doing that and having no dude come back to basically correct her.
I can see it. And then the ancestor, like, what are you doing? You know, she going to some trance, and the ancestor's like, why are you doing that?
See, the thing about
and then, yeah.
Before she got powers, before anything actually happened, Phil, she was a prophet already. Like, if you look at the map and shit that she was drawing up, it had every single bad place, every single thing that was gonna happen to them. Like, had the little trolls, had which were the had like death, and where the fucking Chakra. She was a whole ass prophet, like off drip. I think it's that break white blood in her had just like fucking excelled and shit.
She could draw like a motherfucker. She wasn't drawing those stick figures, boy. That shit was nice.
Right.
That shit was nice. And a lot of the way that shot, just due to the action sequences, is really like y'all was saying, the anime, but I was thinking more of a comic book. And I feel like intentionally so. Like they intentionally made it like comic book-ish as far as how like this, and we all watch Marvel, DC shit, like as far as how the scenes and shit is switching, like I kind of saw it as comic bookish for sure.
I definitely saw that they had like 1 second intermission transition screens and shit like that.
Yeah.
And different stuff like that. I can definitely see that it was like really comic book-ish.
It was very fluid.
Though, like,
it was very fluid.
Yeah.
didn't waste any seconds.
I like how they presented an issue at the start of the show. Solved the issue by at the start of every episode there was an issue. They solved the issue before the end of the episode and presented a whole nother issue for you guys to start looking at some more shit. Like they
chewing on about it for next week.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And I think the best shit they did was anchor it all to Oklahoma, to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Black Wall Street. I think that was the.
I did like that. I love that.
Yeah. That's where my person, everybody was from, the Georgia and them.
Yeah.
That's where they was from.
And that's where everything popped off. And of course, everybody don't know about that. And like as
I love that.
Earlier, yeah, make everybody go, okay, now I need to know what happened in Tulsa. And like, what you mean they bombed it? What, they had black? Oh, they had doctors. They had lawyers. Oh my God. Then you start learning like, oh wow, black people been.
All this shit is real.
Yeah.
I hate to be that reporter guy and ask that question that always annoys you when you hear it on the news. But how does that make you feel?
How does what part?
Well, just seeing fucking Tulsa, seeing what happened, and then basically, how does that ordeal make you feel as a black person, I guess?
I mean, clearly it's fucked up. Like,
yeah, I mean,
get back in their season. I'll say it. Like, yeah, but like, it was good cinematography or whatever. But like the actual event itself and the reference, more so than the reference to the event, because the reference was like bomb as fuck. Like, shit, you're enlightening people. Like Quay was saying, shit, that's cool that it's right here in this place where it actually got bombed. But looking at it and seeing that they dead ass had fucking planes bombed and shit, it's like, whoa, damn.
Yeah, that shit fucked my head up.
And that really happened, guys.
I'm like, oh, okay,
that really happened.
Like, it really fucking happened. It's like, damn.
Yeah,
I mean,
that really happened.
Or no shit, like, just like I don't feel distraught about 9/11. I mean.
No. So, okay, this is gonna be fucked up. Can I say this?
Bro, say what the fuck you want.
What?
Fuck 9/11. I really don't be caring about that shit. Fuck 9/11. Y'all
we are now canceled.
They was killing themselves, bro. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with us. Like 9/11 and shit. It was black people. God, God, whoever blessed them. Whoever blessed them, you know what I'm saying? But the government has something to do with that shit, but we ain't even finna get into that. What I'm gonna say is, an attack.
We're talking about it.
Well, I mean, fuck it, we talking about it. That's a foreign attack on a domestic, on us, on our soil. That's a foreign attack. That's a terroristic attack on us, right? As a whole, because it's black folk in that building, white folk in that building, all kind of people in that building. When they came for Tulsa, it was niggas, and it was because they was jealous. Cause why I'm white in America and this nigger doing better than me? What? You got me fucked up, bro. And we gonna find a reason. Cause every time I pass by that fucking street, I see these niggers in these Cadillacs, and I'm not liking it. I saw a fur coat. Oh, it drove me crazy, Billy Joe. I saw a fur coat. You hear me? Like, and they're upset. They mad, and they looking for a reason. And shit. Yes. You got the whole. Back then, they had everybody behind them. They had the police behind them, the sheriff, all the way up, Supreme Court, all the way to the Supreme Court. If you look at the type of, bro, I'll go on forever about this, but it went all the way. It went all the way.
That's what it was about, though. It went through that. They was talking about that shit. That's what it was for.
It went all the way. They had all that power, bro. They had all that power. We were powerless. So when you ask me, how does it make me feel as a black man to just know just the system on your back, fam, and it's been that way, and it was designed to be like that. It was designed for them to be able to do whatever the fuck they want to do to you.
Yeah.
Get away with it. Whatever the fuck they want to do. This is the white man's playground. Whatever the fuck I want to do, and get away with it, because I'm white. And it has gotten a lot better, but we see it. We see it every day.
The one thing that I always I guess pitter patter or what's fucking around in my head. And because right now what we're seeing is a lot of people pissed off of a whole story being told, and I mean, I love the fact that we finally are getting to the point where we're telling whole stories. I don't know what a curriculum looks like with trying to go back and revisit the stories, but like it was some crazy shit. The other day on the fucking net, there's this cartoon called Steven Universe, by this chick named Rebecca Sugar. She had a fucking thing where one of her characters come on and start teaching history, and then she interrupts and says, "Hold on, this shit's not correct." Because the characters are aliens and they know the history of the earth. So they're up there saying, they're like they're teaching them what the books are saying, and they're telling the kids this isn't right. And she's like basically going and saying like they're not teaching the whole story. And I love the fact that other media outlets are acknowledging the fact that people aren't telling the whole story. And I
We've been
really
lied to.
wonder what the curriculum will look like after people start getting told the fucking whole story now. Like it's interesting.
It's been media shows, books, you know what I'm saying? It's been people out there showing the truth and everything about like what's really going on all this time. And like you guys talking about Marvel, that's about, you know what I'm saying? Like that stuff come from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? They talking about somebody. And if you really want to get deep into it, you know what I'm saying? It can also, they say they might be going into what's going on with this little Saturn Jupiter conjunction on the 21st. You know what I'm saying? They talking about people supposed to be getting super. There ain't no telling what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying,
but people pose what, bro?
you know, because Saturn and Jupiter is supposed to be having a conjunction on the 21st. So that ain't been happening since like 800 years. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be going into the age of Aquarius, right? They going
That's my shit.
Yeah, we going into the age of Aquarius. Yeah. So we going into air. You know what I'm saying? We was I think we was on Earth or water. Now we going to air. It was in Pisces. Now we going to Aquarius air. So that's what's supposed to be going down. They say it's supposed to make that Christmas star, you know what I'm saying? Like the North Star that happened when Jesus was born, a little bright ass star, you be able to see it at night. But all kind of stuff metaphysically and spiritually, whatever is supposed to be happening on this day. But what I'm getting at is they have been already telling us this shit from the get-go. They've been telling us about the Illuminati, you know what I'm saying? They've been telling us about the cabal, you know what I'm saying? They've been telling us about the Pizzagate shit. They've been telling us everything that's going on in our face, and we just think it's entertainment when it's not. Like I seen on Jimmy Kimmel, you know what I'm saying? Obama was on Jimmy Kimmel. It's on Twitter too. I shared it. You know what I'm saying? They were talking about the aliens and shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no such thing as aliens, really angels and demons, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, it's aliens and how you know what I'm saying? They said Obama barely said it out of his mouth how Trump couldn't win because he was gonna let the secrets go and tell all the truth about what's going on and shit. That's why everything that's going on now is going on. So they know what's going on. They say they put it in they say it like a joke. You know what I'm saying? Because people gonna be stupid like, oh yeah, it's funny. But no, they telling you the truth, bro. Like they know what's up and they know more about you than you know about yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's why they doing what they doing.
You know, it's always a thing like with Alex Jones. People always talk about pretty much it's like this. Like you got the people that tell the conspiracies, and the thing is with that, it's like you're never supposed to knock it because fucking Alex Jones was getting a bunch of backlash when he was calling that shit saying it's shit in the water to make the fish gay, and it is shit in the water to make the fish gay. But your face though.
Okay.
Comment.
You were saying though?
I'll fuck with them.
One, I want the declassified documents of the CIA said all that shit. But two, my main point, what I wanted to say was that shit, you were talking about the shit. Well, fuck it. I forgot the main point, but the CIA declassified that shit, bro. Like it did. Like if you literally look in those documents on CIA.com or .gov, what the fuck ever, you'll see this shit, bro. And it's not just like transcendental meditation. It's not just aliens. It's not just like Tesla was a fucking from Venus.
Yeah,
Venetian.
They talk about that,
and they saying that shit like it's bad.
Which is weird, because like, how the fuck do you be from Venus? I mean, I'm just gonna stop and say, how the fuck do you be that one motherfucker from Venus?
Be white.
Thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, My belief system, like I definitely know that there's other entities and beings out there, but as far as like kind of aliens and then this planet shit, like, cause I'm gonna go ahead and just say, you know what I'm saying? I believe I wouldn't say the Earth is flat, you know what I'm saying, but I believe it might be some kind of like domish kind of you know what I'm saying, embodiment of an ecosystem that we may be living in that's fixed, you know what I'm saying, which is why they can control the motherfucking weather so good with harping on that shit. But that's beside the point. I don't think there's no aliens, you know what I'm saying? I think there's like spirits, you know what I'm saying? Like demons and angels. Because we are spirits inside of flesh, physical body and shit. So once this flesh leave, we gonna be light, whatever the fuck matter, whatever you want to call it. So there's things that can transform and shape shift and shit, which I think that might have been what Tesla might have been, you know what I'm saying? Some kind of being that wants to see us transcend and ascend. And there's some out there that don't want us to ascend and shit, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah.
So do
That's what
you
I'm saying.
believe that there are like other planets and shit too? Like or
Yeah, I mean,
like
I believe that, but I don't think that we have been able to get out there ourselves. So we like, as far as the moon and shit, I don't think we ever touched the moon. You know what I'm saying? But I believe there are other planets and other multiverses and shit like that. I definitely believe in all that. I don't think we got
okay.
the
Hey, yeah,
technology yet to do it.
I feel that I only ask because like I feel like people try to
am
make
I on mute?
aliens like
No, you're not.
no. People try to make
Look
aliens out
good.
to be like
Okay.
3-dimensional beings and shit. When like you said, they can't be like spirits, but like I feel like just like the Gaia theory that like that there's an embodiment of our planet, like a consciousness or what have you. So who's to say that there's not
Hmm.
conscious nine, or how the fuck you put that in plural, of other planets and shit like that. And
And they
if there's
just don't have
consciousness,
the same organism, the same like
yeah,
as if
like
Earth was a body and we were the cells, and it don't have the same cells, and we're a cancer, we're cancerous as fuck type
right,
shit to the Earth.
that
Hmm.
part. And like
Hmm.
I feel,
That's cool, but we went to the moon though.
you said what?
You think so?
Hell yeah, we went to the moon. We went to the moon, bro.
I heard some shit
We went
about
to the
them saying,
moon. That's how these motherfuckers figured out how to get the satellites up there so they can track your ass. We went to the moon.
But but I mean,
Well, I
I don't
promise we
know.
went to the moon, bro.
They got a lot. It said they got a lot of internet like pipes. You know what I'm saying? They go underwater. You know what I'm saying? Like little big ass tubes and shit that just go all through the sea and everything. I know. And then we got the fucking balloons, not actual satellites, but like little. You can Google them hoes, little balloon satellites and shit
I
or
know you're
something like
talking
that.
about the balloons and shit that go out like on that British movie with Exby and shit with
Mm.
Samuel
Yeah.
Jackson and shit. Like that old girl
Mm-hmm.
can roll that balloon up into space.
So no, so check. So we don't have any satellites in space. Like, I mean, we do. We launched like what was that? Like Voyager, I believe.
Yeah.
Voyager, nigga, Voyager past Pluto. Like Voyager is out there,
But
and
think
it took
about it.
us
Look at
70 years or some shit to do that. It took us forever.
that's what they gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. 'Cause NASA by itself already in Hebrew mean lies. You know what I'm saying? Liar. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know, NASA in Hebrew means liar. So I just know, like, come in. I'm just. Have you ever seen the movie The Signal?
Mm.
Lawrence Fishburne. You know what I'm saying? Basically, like
Mm.
some alien.
You told me about that.
Yeah, I told you about it. If you ain't seen it yet, like, go watch that. How like basically it's best. It's talking about the encapsulation that we're in. You know what I'm saying? How like basically it's different. Like we're in a fucking I don't know fucking a
Pterodome.
dome, baby. Right? That's baby, the dome or whatever. And then like they had broke
Pterodome.
through it, like the glass and shit, a paradigm or whatever, one dimension, whatever the case be. And then he went through it. It was kind of like it resembled the Matrix, you know, what I'm saying, with all these little robotic little
Yeah.
scenes, shit, technology and everything like that. But the point of it was that have you what about Operation High Jump? I think that's what it's called with Antarctica and everything. How they trying to see how
But
they saying
the
it's like a whole
portals and shit.
world beyond it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They say it's a whole another like world beyond Antarctica and shit like that.
I ain't never seen that.
Nah, I
I
ain't
will
touched on that one.
I will say this
Yeah,
though.
go to
I'm I'm
Antarctica.
I'm all for like alternative theories, and I'm all for like they lying to us. Like I'm all for that shit. I'm even all for the fact that like we might be living in a simulation. Like I'm cool with that.
Oh yeah.
But one thing that I have noticed in life is that everything follows a set of rules as far as I mean, everything. Like the veins on your hands compared to the veins on the flower. Like like the leaves of a flower. Like you can look at it and you see, like, oh shit, that's fucking, you know what I'm saying? That's blood work. That's arteries. That's the same shit that I'm made out of. That's the same. That's the same pattern. That's the same. You hear me? Like it's all there, right? And it all follows. And the thing is, the experiments that they've done in space, you see them implemented in real world situations on Earth. Like they do shit out there. They learn shit about vacuums and different, compounds and all this other shit, and they apply that shit here. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I am saying that I don't agree with the dome shit. I mean, I am saying that, but what I'm not saying is that that they not lying to us. I know everything ain't what they say it is, but you have to look at the shit that we can see, like SpaceX. Like that SpaceX was created by a nigga that was on the same shit we on. Like, nah, y'all lying. And now this nigga is working with NASA and actually sending niggas to space. So how so as a nigga, Elon Musk, he be on some whole other shit. But he'll tell you, oh yeah, nigga, we even been to the moon. Like, yeah, we can get up there. Nigga, I made a rocket that could do it.
I just because I always tie it back to, I do science and spirituality, religion, whatever you want to call it, and I tie them together like yin and yang, they got to go together to make sense, So I take it as far like with the Tower of Babel, like they all, since back in the day, we always try to reach God, right? Be just like God. In the end of the day, we're trying to be just like Him, reach Him, and things. Fuck that shit. You gonna make us all learn different languages, spread us apart. So I feel like every attempt that we might have had trying to reach Him might have failed. But then again, maybe we actually finally end up somehow like trying to reach Him, end up hitting the moon or some shit. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Cause that's the thing, bro. You gotta remember that if this God is mighty enough to make all this shit, cause I ain't no Christian, none of that shit. But you gotta remember, like, if this God is mighty enough to make all this shit and go back to the shit I was saying as far as like how even the smallest of organisms have intricacies in their making, in their weaving, in their being able to survive. Have you the thing's called like tardigrade or some shit like that? It's like this real
tardigrade.
This motherfucker can survive anything, bro. Now the hands that made that, bro, you really think this nigga gonna put the key to heaven right outside the motherfucker?
Exactly.
Right up there. Exactly. Like shoot a rocket up there, we'll get to him. You really think my nigga just hiding out right outside of Earth, like just?
Surprise, motherfucker!
Like they say that it's like what I'm saying. You got the firmament, right? You got to talk about the firmament, had the waters of heaven separated from the waters of the earth and everything like that. Then you got heaven above that. Like it got once you go into the Hebrew text and different like that, it shows different. Like you can. I don't know. Like I done researched different things, different theories and shit like that. That's why I'm so skeptical. And
I will say I want to do that. I wish I had more time to do that.
That's beautiful, bro. That's how we learn, bro. Like if ain't nobody asking the question, bro, we ain't gonna get no fucking answers. Period. If everybody just ducks, just walking in the line, following the mama geese, like we not gonna learn shit, bro. So it's good to be skeptical, but at the same time, it's good to have real niggas around you. They'll be like, okay, hold on, bro. Well, on that one, you gotta be like, you gotta look at the facts, what we already got, and weigh that against that. So I'm all for what the fuck are they hiding, but let's see what they hiding behind the truth, because we can apply math. We can apply math, and then that's taken away from like some of the what was that show with the black ladies who was really behind that NASA shit, who really got them rockets to the moon and shit. I
forgot what it's called.
You know what I'm saying? So that undermines,
I know what you're talking about.
Undermines black excellence, nigga. You put them niggas on the moon. We did that. You know what I'm saying? And they tried to take that from us too. We did that. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it like
my
that. My
question for you, Ball, is how much of the story is enough? Like is the whole story always what you need, or is it how much of the story is necessary? Because when I'm hearing all this, most of the time, it's just the winners that basically get the story out there.
I believe and believe nothing, fam, at the same fucking time. Because like, one, we live in a world of infinite potential, right? Like, so anything could potentially be possible. Any fucking thing. I could be a ghost. Anything could be possible. But then on the same hand, nothing could be possible. We could be living in a hologram and we all just simulation. Like there's like the middle ground that you're asking for is different for every individual. Like some people live their whole life not believing in magic, not believing in none of that shit. Some people believe that some shit is fucking demonic, like fucking like X-Men with superpowers. People actually feel like it's demonic, and like you can't really say that they wrong. You can, but like you can't really say that they wrong. That it is not demonic because who's to say what they idea of mysticism is?
Yeah.
Like, cause to them that is truth, and they'll die believing that shit. Like they'll literally die. And who's to say there's a afterlife or whatever? If they died believing what they believe their whole life is true.
Yeah. I always like all of you guys. You've already know. I've always told you. It's like for me. I go into these things with. I'm not married to anything. I'm always trying to collect all this data and just basically, kind of decide what I want to decide with. Like it's like the stat chart. It's the stat chart. I was talking to Wolf about this shit the other day. Some people their stats are higher in spirituality. Like they got that shit stacked. Some people fucking got the intellect. Some people believe in this, and then there's like so much shit with that. Like it's all connected. That's one fucking thing I know for damn sure. All this shit is fucking connected.
Little pieces of the truth scattered around,
Yeah.
Yeah, like how the fuck they got pyramids in fucking Mexico and in fucking Africa at the same time? I don't get it.
Okay,
I'll tell you a theory that they say that we got pyramids in our blood. I heard. You know what I'm saying?
You said pyramids in our blood?
Hold up. Okay,
I heard theories about that.
Let me hear this shit. I need to know this one.
Yeah.
No, man, don't be shy.
I'm telling you, bro. I ain't shy, bro. I'm telling you, bro. There's so many different theories. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you heard of Nibiru, the second sun, second planet, whatever? If you tie, you just know. I'm basically saying how I tie like so many different things into like one basic timeline, the structure, the event, or whatever the case may be. Because there's so many different things that can happen right now. There's gonna be like zombies can fucking happen. You never know. But what I'm getting at is there's this thing in our blood. You know what I'm saying? Called eumelanin. You know what I'm saying? And not all black people have it. You know what I'm saying? Some white people can even have it. You know, it's eumelanin, EU melanin. You know what I'm saying? Eumelanin. Basically, it's some shit. They done did the research. You know what I'm saying? They done found out that we got minerals and particles. That's the same shit that's in the pyramids. You know what I'm saying? Because they got all over the world, like you say. I'm saying, but what's gonna happen is it's this theory there. It's like I don't know if the Nibiru come or even the second son, Jesus come or some shit. The aliens come, whoever the fuck they say is gonna come, and then all of us are we gonna light up, right? Because it's also dealing with the Kundalini we're going to activate and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So you're supposed to light up, and then I don't know. They talking about you're gonna either vanish and go to heaven, vanish and go to Nibiru. You know what I'm saying? It's theories of the rapture. You know what I'm saying? Basically, what I'm getting at is this. There's so many different ideas on what they're talking about, how this shit will go on. And they say we got pyramids in our blood. That's what I heard. I heard this like a few days ago. Just doing just searching around for shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've ended up finding out. It's an idea.
Well, shit, man. I now need to see. I wanna know if I'm special. I gotta go see if I got me some pyramids in my blood or not.
Pyramid tonight.
It's just like with that the egg theory. I know Wolf, you know about that whole the egg theory, how basically we are our gods and shit, and we just going through each incarnation of each person and understand how to be God. You know what I'm saying? So if you think about that,
yeah.
You gotta kind of accept a whole lot of other ideas too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I get. Like, if you believe in God, then you gotta believe in vampires and mermaids and any fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Anything is possible.
Oh God. Giants. Okay, so
like it was here in Enoch.
strictly biblical. If you got to believe in all that shit, you got to believe in. It's Christians out here that don't believe in demons. In the literal sense. The literal sense. Like if you tell them, like, oh,
Sorry.
A demon, like they don't believe like an actual demon can manifest itself and come fuck you up. But you believe in Jesus though?
Yeah.
This nigga died and came back, but you don't believe that a damn demon could. All right.
I mean, like in their defense, like there's a couple different ways that's why there's so many denominations of Christianity. Like there's a couple different ways that you can look at the Bible. You can look at it as 100% fact. You can look at it as every single thing in the Bible actually happened, or you can look at it as more of like a fable. Like okay, these are based on historical people and historical happenings, but on the same hand, things like giants, maybe it was a short guy versus a really tall guy, or maybe it was not a person that really had a glow, but like you can kind of see like his skin. It looked like it glowed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of.
Maybe he wasn't an angel that actually flew down. He kind of just beamed out of the sky.
There you go. There you go.
The sun was just
That's
holographic humans.
Yeah, when I saw God, it wasn't like I wasn't really seeing God. I was just, I didn't really go blind either. I just couldn't see anymore.
You gotta think though, that's what he's saying though. Like that shit is legit shit. Like
what everything was going on around me.
You gotta think about it too.
Like I had a sensory overload.
Like let's say with Revelation, you know what I'm saying? They was getting visions from Jesus, from God, whoever, like Gabriel, whoever giving them the vision and everything. So they living way back in that time where all they got is ships and motherfucking canoes and shit. How they gonna explain the goddamn plane flying in the sky if they never seen one? You know what I'm saying? So they gonna describe it the best that they can from what they already know. So you can't take the Bible in literal sense. One, the Bible is a spell book. The book of Psalms is all spells. You know what I'm saying? So it's magic in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta take it like with a grain of salt. Like it's a verse that say, beware of the false prophets, you know what I'm saying? But I say beware of the false prophets and also their doctrines, you know what I'm saying? Even the shit that they write, you know what I'm saying? You can't take everything for literal sense. You got to read between the lines, context clues, and shit that we learned in middle school, elementary school.
The crazy thing is, bro, like I would admit, I would be more down with Christianity if they would stand by that shit and be like, all this shit really happened, and it was my God that did it. You know what I'm saying?
That's the whole purpose of the Bible. You know, it's about good and evil and people that's lost versus the people that's not lost. So shit,
but just imagine if the thing for the Bible was, because if it's the ultimate God and it's the ultimate religion and whatever, like why not stand by all this 100%? My God is mighty enough that everything in this book is correct. This is his word.
Yeah.
So I said giant, bitch, I meant giant. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but that's some real shit though.
That's what I meant. I meant giant. And then when you die and you go see it, and it's like, oh shit, it was that's a okay for sure. One eye ogre giant motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like no, he meant what he meant.
I'm telling you, you're gonna get there. Zeus and them are gonna be playing Uno, and I'm telling you, you're gonna get to the door, and it's gonna be simple. It's gonna be like, everybody, it was a fucking meme. Ha. So that's what it was. Everybody gets in.
Damn. Nah, feel you on that shit though, Quay, because like
participation trophies.
Like if you think of an almighty power, like something that's like super sentient or clairsentient, something that's omnisentient and omnipresent. That means they can be everywhere and do everything. So exactly. And with that will also mean that the message that being will be capable of getting the message across, not as just a metaphor, but as a very specific, not lost in translation type deal. Like, and I'm not saying that God don't exist or no shit, but I feel like as far as like at least the Bible goes, like if something omnipresent and omnisentient decided to push this stuff out, and shit like that, that means that those hoes were purposely placed there. Because God created the devil in the Bible. God created the devil too. It's like a duality. Like he made evil, and people like, oh, thank God for getting me out of this shit. No, he put you through that shit, and then got you out of this shit. Like he pushed you into the motherfucking water, held your ass down, and then pulled you out. Like, okay, you good now? Like the hoes were on purpose.
Trust in me. Trust in me.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Trust me.
Trust me. This abusive ass parent. This is abusive ass parent.
You just like
tough love. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna appreciate the highs if you never the lows?
Yeah. No, I feel that though. Like I feel like I personally, like myself, I feel like if something omnipresent and omniscient created us, he created us self-autonomous. He made us capable of any possible thing that we could possibly go through. Be able to handle this shit. Like they say, God won't give you stuff that you can't handle this shit like that. I don't know about that. Like I feel like God made you specifically so you can handle whatever the fuck come your way. You could be a fucking God yourself. But I gotta deliver this order.
I really wish there was a new religion that basically was based on pioneering, basically seeking through all of these different religions that people have brought up to see what is, and of course it's kind of hard to say that because that person will decide on what they feel is good or bad, but someone that would actually go through and look at every single religion, and their religion is piecing together all these religions to basically make this one religion out of all this shit so that everybody can understand it. Think of, man, a Christian-based Buddhism fused together would be crazy as fuck.
It would.
Tell me you can't see an anime where the main character's whole thing is like he got to go around and find every little piece about every religion, and they got this nigga in all kind of parts of the world trying to put it together to make the ultimate
dibs.
And then look, spoiler alert, that nigga never does it. That nigga he never can do it. Because realistically, people come up with new religions every fucking week. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about religion. People come up with a new religion every week. A new ism.
That's the thing. The Bible ain't even like. It's not a. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not like a cut in stone hard fact. Like
it's not complete
that you gotta really read. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's not complete. It's not incomplete. You know what I'm saying? The Bible it's an acronym for basic instructions before leaving Earth. You know what I'm saying? It's just an ancient text of knowledge and wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Basically,
that's cool.
Like the Quran, the Emerald tablets. You know what I'm saying? All these different things like the ancient texts like that. You know what I'm saying? Just knowledge, basically. At the end of the day, so you live right or you don't.
Yeah, you're born and then.
But then, still to that, you say, bro, you got the Hebrew text. You got the Quran, which they say is a more pure text due to translation. Then I will say you got 800 different translations of the Bible. That whole come in every language. That whole come in Ebonics, Pig Latin, shit, you name it. They done made a translation for that shit. So it's at a certain.
The Bible just means the book, like it literally translates to the book.
Book.
Like bibliography. It's Bible book. That's all it was.
So have y'all heard the story of how they came about, how the Bible came about from like in the beginning, as far as what the translation that we have?
I heard it.
Tell us.
Stories. Like which story you talking about?
It's a million stories for sure. So this nigga King James, right? Let me tell you about politics. Let me tell you about politics and how they've been fucking us over forever. So this nigga King James was going crazy in his kingdom. It was up. Everything was through the roof. You name it, they was doing it. It was fucked up. He had no kind of
moral type shit.
It just was out here, bro. Like
whatever.
Chicago. Think of Chicago, but old, you know, them back in the day. But yeah, Chirac, but back in the day, right? So this nigga King James get with his you know, his people. I'm a little inebriated, y'all, so my words, I ain't finna buzzword y'all to death, but he get with his people, his and he tell them, I need something to help with this because they out of here and they like bring it. So his people was like, hey bro, you should bring a religion that would get them right, like bring them religion. But the problem was it was so many different Bibles floating around. Like everybody had a Bible. It was a different type of Bible for everywhere you was at, type shit. Some of it was word of mouth. Some of it was on scrolls. I'm talking about everybody. It was just it's all kind of. So he say, I want y'all to bring everything and bring everybody, bring together. And we're gonna get this book and we're gonna consolidate it. Leave in, you know, what matched the most. You know, leave it in. Cause when they brought the Bibles together, all this shit was different. Like the shit that they were saying in the West was different than the shit they were saying in the East was different than the shit they were saying in the South. Everybody had different different. Everybody. It was not a matching Bible. That's the crazy part. It wasn't a matching Bible with this guy's word. It wasn't a matching Bible. So put all that shit together, condensed it, made it boop boop the doop doop doop, and then you got King James version. And then he delivered that shit to the masses. So now it's some, you know what I'm saying, some rules to live by. And shit, we still live by them rules to this day. The Constitution of America was written based off Christian beliefs. Like they might as well say "Thou shalt not" when they wrote that shit, when they wrote the Declaration of Independence. You know what I'm saying? And some of the shit that they saying, like real shit. Like they say everything but "Thou shalt not." You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why these white Republicans, I won't even just put on the Republican. That's why these white politicians go so hard behind Christian values in America. Because when people
if
be
you
like,
don't have it, you ain't getting picked.
Exactly. That's Obama, but
he still, you know, he still did that though. He still held it to, you know, it's like he still played the part to do that.
My nigga was a Muslim through and through though.
Yeah.
Like he did it
on Quran and everything. Like he's a Muslim through and through. But yeah, bro. So basically, what I'm saying is, that nigga couldn't control his people, so he went and had that Bible created in an effort to control them. And if you want to control a populace, you put, that's what you use. You use religion and you use the state. And if you look at how they control us, Wolf, Crusades. Look what Christianity did to the Indians. I don't want no parts of that shit, bro. Have you ever seen a family of Indians anywhere? Good shit. You ever was in Walmart and just ran into a Indian family?
No.
Like, oh,
you got to be in the right state.
Nigga, this was they had all this. That's what I'm saying. They had this whole America, and now you got to be in the right state to see the natives of this land.
A lot of us really are the natives of this shit, bro. To be honest, a lot of us African or Native American Black, you know what I'm saying, are actually like native tribe to America, you know what I'm saying? We have blood lines to Cherokees, Chickasaws, and different natives of this land and shit like that. So that what's the word, mulattoes and all those different words they use were just like for classification purposes and shit like that, but it was all the same, you know what I'm saying? We are the Native Americans. Shit. Some of us.
The thing that baffles me all the time is how like Christian or Baptist Christian came to be, how, because I talk about this a lot in the cast and stuff with the homies, but just how as soon as slavery ends, pretty much basically slaves just kind of take over the doctrine of Christianity, and that's not necessarily their religion. That's not our religion. So then it goes, what the fuck is our so-called religion, or it just that kind of shit. That's why it always bothers me, where it kind of goes like, and it can't be just one thing. All this shit has to be linked to other kind of way. Nobody's fucking right. I can't fathom over that one, because if you just look at the science and how they got that shit, it don't make sense.
I would trust the
mean, like,
religion from Africa before anywhere else. Where else?
I feel that.
I would.
I
But
don't
Like
like
like,
religion at all.
I'll go hard.
I like boxes.
it's crazy to me that black people went from being enslaved by Christianity to just picking that shit back up like it was they shit. But
They
like
say
aside from that, like Christianity, like the teachings in the Bible and shit,
Black people did what?
black people were enslaved by Christianity, and then they ended up
Oh yeah.
picking that shit right back up like that shit was theirs. Like that was crazy.
But look. Let me say this. Let me just say this one thing. I'll let you get right back to what you were saying. But on that point that you just made of us being enslaved, because you said the key word was we were enslaved into Christianity. So before your great whoever the fuck came over here, they had their own religion. And once they got here, they were taught this religion, and they were taught in a way where they were beat into it, type shit. Like they were beat into it, and then they used the text to say it's okay for us to beat you because we're superior to you because you're a master. And it says right
You
here
don't
in this
like
book. Huh?
yeah, that's actually in the Bible to not like fight your slave master, not disobey your
You
slave
don't
master.
fight your master. You don't go against your master.
Mm-hmm.
And they taught us that. And then after so this is and nigga, slavery was like 200 years or some shit. So yo great whoever is dead now, like Papa, like the nigga that came over here that knew whatever religion he did, he couldn't continue it in secret because they didn't build the church back here, and we got a nigga preacher that's actually preaching this shit that they didn't taught how to, they didn't let read and shit, so he can teach us and brainwash us. So we brainwashing the kids, and then boom, here we are 400 years later, and you got black Christians that go hard for Jesus Christ, go hard for Jesus Christ. And it's like, bro, this ain't your shit, bro, at all. This ain't got shit to do with you. It never had shit to do with you, bro.
That's because the
But
FBI is in the motherfucking black church now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
this
trying
was
to get
before FBI,
but
bro.
that,
Based initiative. You know what I'm saying?
Question. Come on, you already know. Let me go spill. FBI in the church, bro. Come on, you can't just be like, here's a can of worms, and I'm gonna leave it there.
I don't know.
I'm just saying it's called. Have you never heard of the faith-based? The faith-based
initiative.
Hell
initiative.
yeah.
Mm.
FBI. Basically, that's what they use for black churches. You know what I'm saying? Basically, it's like basically like you say, the preachers. If you think about it, like you say they teaching us is basically keeping us down and shit, but they want to keep it that way now. You know what I'm saying? So like they have the preachers and the pastors and the deacons and all them motherfuckers. They're really like the new informants. You know what I'm saying? New agents. They know everything about going on in the black community. They know the drug dealers. They know the prostitutes. They know all the people that sin and doing all kind of shit. So and they go back to funding that they get from the government to be able to even hold up they buildings and shit like that for exchange of information, shit like that.
Also,
It's
they
faith-based
snitching.
initiative. That's how they keep control. Yeah, basically at the end of the day, snitching and shit,
Damn.
and then keeping us in line with the. That's why they don't talk about the real shit that's in the Bible that actually work. You know what I'm saying? Like Revelations, they don't talk about Revelations. They always go. You go to church for a year, bro. I promise you. These 3 of those Sundays, they gonna talk about the same shit they talked about before. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk about the shit that actually matters that's inside the book. In Bible study, we go to Bible study, and this is just another day of service. You don't actually study the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You don't actually like ask questions like why is this way or why is that way.
Oh
It's
no,
it's,
questions is frowned
it's
upon in the
based in
Christian
this.
community. You can't ask for shit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I feel
that's
like
why I couldn't fuck with
I
that. You
used to
know,
do.
Questioning
I
God.
feel like I was fortunate in that, like I grew up. I didn't grow up in the church, but I grew up around like Christians,
Everybody
like,
was
and they
forced
was
into
trying to
that shit,
train
man.
me up, bro. No, I said fortunate,
Oh,
and I'm gonna say why I was fortunate, bro, because I grew up around like there was like a youth type shit around my house, like a ministry or some shit or whatever, and they would like come out and teach us, and like every Wednesday we have Bible study and da 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 da. And I was intelligent, so they liked me. They took a liking to me. So I would get to do like a private Bible study where I would go to their house and like we would really sit down and read this fucking book, bro. And all it did was make me be like, this don't make sense, and this don't make sense. And I used to be sitting there pleading with them folks. Y'all hear me? I used to be pleading with them folks, like, listen, bro, just make this part make sense, bro, because this don't make sense. Y'all promised me, you promised me no contradictions. You promised, and this shit don't make sense. And then it was like, well, everything in the Old Testament was leading up to the New Testament, so it X'd out the Old Testament. So I was like, so that X's out the fact that the books don't contradict themselves, don't it? Because what do you mean?
They said that it X'd out because the Old Testament
Yeah,
is what
no.
the Jews were.
And then, come on, so what you think I'm saying to these folks? I'm like, but what about Jews? Is that why y'all hate Jews so much? Because they don't believe that shit? What do the Jews know that we don't know?
That's a real good question, bro.
Good question. That's a good question,
bro.
Yeah. Who the fuck is Muhammad?
That's a real good motherfucking question.
Who the fuck is Muhammad? Why the fuck they got some nigga over here named Muhammad and we don't? And they saying he a prophet. They saying he the next. Like, but all of our books got the same shit in it, bro. It's all. It's crazy.
Well, what happens when you get hit with the faith wall, though? What happens for you when you get hit with the faith wall? Because that's normally what it goes to. It goes to, here's faith. Like, what is your response to the faith wall?
I'll be looking at the chairs I sit in to see what the weight capacity. I don't trust shit. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, faith all you want.
Bro, like, what? I don't believe this shit. I like somebody say, no, fam.
Just saying.
Like, I've been rewatching against that shit. Like, what? No, fam. I want to. The fuck. I have faith in my immortality, and that's about it. That shit's been proven. Quay can attest.
You've been real lucky, motherfucker.
Right?
Real, all of us. Been real lucky. I know everybody got a story where it's like, nah, I could have been in jail right now.
Oh yeah.
Like,
or your car decided to keep you alive while that shit exploded.
I done had some shit happen. Bro, I done had some shit happen to me in the car, and it all, like, I could have died, and it all happened in like 3 seconds, and then like right after that, it was just business as normal. I'm just right back to driving. But like, for those 3 seconds, nigga, I was finna die. Like, I was like, oh my God, and then boom, I was good. Like, a lot of that in my life. Like,
I had a few of those.
My theory on that shit though is like the difference between path and road. Road is basically like this physical plane or whatever, the shit you see the cars and shit while you driving, whatever. The road, actual fucking road. But path is like the metaphysical aspect of everything. If you don't, like, if it ain't your time to fucking die in spirit, if somebody ain't gunning for your ass in fucking spirit, you good, man. Like, if it's not on your path to, like, fucking die, you probably won't. Like, and not saying that, like, good people don't die or bad people don't die, but, like, it's like a different dimension. And in this different dimension, if there's literally nothing like there for you to fucking run into or bump into or danger and shit, then you could be driving with your fucking eyes closed. I fell asleep on the fucking road before for like 14 minutes, bro, and I didn't stop. I kept going.
Damn.
Yeah,
bro. They got swag.
Nap, nigga.
Bro.
Fall asleep is like 3 seconds. Like, you took a nap. You went to sleep.
It was one of them long ass drives. juiced it, bro. I fell asleep. Like, it wasn't like I took a nap on purpose, nigga. I passed the fuck out, and then I woke up. I passed the fuck out in some woods and shit. And I woke up. I was passing. There was cars by me and shit, and I was good, like autopilot, straight up. That's why I
And the
said
Tesla?
Yeah.
Path and road. It was in the.
You had a Tesla?
Did you have?
Did you have a Tesla? That's why it was all good. You was in a Tesla.
The automatic driving.
But like,
Man,
that's why
that's crazy.
I'm immortal right now. Like, I'm good. There's nothing like, and then like you said, the shit on the road, like if like in the Bible it says my path is beset on all sides, fam. I'm straight. I'm good fuck.
I will
But
say
like,
this now
What the
for
Bible
any
say?
kids that are listening: go your ass to sleep and don't do what he's doing. Don't do that.
do not take my shit. Because I'm trying to tell you, it might not work out the same way. But I will say that Path and Road is different, bro. Like that's just like how if you're working at a job and shit, and you work good. Some people don't work as good as you at the same job and still get promoted. It's not because somebody liked them more, or it's not just because somebody liked them more, or just because they worked a different way and better or whatever. So, like it's literally like a metaphysical aspect to that and a hierarchy almost. I'm not saying that like there's different levels of people. I mean, I'm not saying there isn't, but like,
I mean, there are, bro.
like
It's okay to say that shit.
I mean, like
Yes.
I can't
These niggas are beneath me.
because
Hey, the
there's
Scoots.
huh?
Oh, he was telling you like it's okay for you to say that there are levels of people. There are levels of human beings, just like it's levels of dogs, levels of horses.
Yeah.
It's just levels. It's true. I mean,
Yeah,
humanity has
It's
taught
like
us.
I was telling you. It's a
far
skill
as
chart. Everybody has their skill chart that they fill out. The person that decides to go build their skill in fishing, they're better at you at fishing. You know, it's just a thing. We're just nice about it. We don't want to tell people that shit. You know, yeah.
It's like, bro, we got fisheries. Y'all don't need to know how to fish, but okay, yeah,
Yeah, exactly. But like,
we're
I
good
don't
at
know,
that.
bro. Like I feel like I don't want to just keep repeating myself. I want to say it in a certain type of way, but I don't really know how to bring it down. Like,
What I want you to
like
do, bro, is to literally like just get one of those things that writes your text down and go over your thought process for path and road and have your notes for that shit. I mean, that sounds like some cool shit. You should just get the text to speech thing or the speech to text or whatever. Go over your concept of path and road, fucking go through it and floor it out, and then release it as some fucking um PDF for somebody. Path and road. It even sounds cool. Path and road.
I'll put it this way, bro. I can break it down as simple as fucking possible for something that everybody on here can understand, right? The difference between pad and road is like the difference between a side scroller and a motherfucking open world game. Side scroller is fucking road. You run into little obstacles and shit like that, little enemies, and like go have like you find little treasure chests and shit like that. Side scrolling that game. Open world, you can go left, right, up, down, all type of shit. Climb mountains and shit. You can do shit just for no fucking reason. You can do any fucking thing. Like it's it's more open. Like there's so many possibilities. Just like how people like have visions and shit like that, and like your vision might not necessarily be exactly what the fuck some shit's gonna be, but it'd be like just like a dream or whatever. Like how like when you have a dream, it's not necessarily the exact people and the exact things that go on or whatever. It's like different. Some characters are switched. Some things it might just be a violin or some shit. Like, and it's metaphorical. Your dreams are metaphorical because your conscious and subconscious bridge or whatever. And that same metaphoricism or whatever is the difference between like the fifth dimension of thought or whatever and this third dimension that we live in. Like if you Like personally, I believe that you can't think of anything that isn't within your path. Like you can't fully visualize a fucking dragon without seeing like a fucking stove turn on, or like a motherfucking lizard show up or some shit, or like some other type of shit. Like it as above, so below.
It kind of sounds like
And
you're talking about like it's kind of like your destiny is already chosen for you, or vice versa, you control your destiny. It kind of feels like that.
yeah, you
You
control
control
your
your
destiny. Like
experience.
yeah, like on this plane, on this fifth dimensional plane, or the thought plane, or whatever, like where all these other things exist, where you're not really just like you can create some shit, but like it's really more you see some shit too. Like if there's a wall up there that you didn't make, you're probably gonna run into that wall in the real world, and it might not just be like you dead ass just crash or some shit. It might just be like you run into traffic. Or it might just be like you decide to go around a different way because you thought that this door was open but it's locked. It's like really heavily metaphorical.
Mm.
But
Gents,
that's my brief on path and road and the differentiation between the two. Like you have a physical plane and then you have a metaphysical. It's that simple.
I still think you need to do the shit. Bro, you could literally do a text path, get all your notes out, send out a newsletter, and get paid for that shit. You should probably just do it anyway. Um, the other thing,
Hey, Booda, I should have finished that fucking
Agreed.
into shit a long time ago. Fam, like
Yes,
I was actually gonna write
that's
a
so old.
whole book and a whole class. I was gonna have a master class on alchemy, spiritual alchemy. It was gonna be called
Started.
Laws of Reality versus the reality of the reality of alchemy versus the alchemy of reality. And
Do that shit.
yeah, it's all in rotation. Like it is what it.
Our business.
I was gonna talk
have you had
about
any
like
experience with alchemy?
have I ever experienced alchemy? I mean, you experience this shit every day when you
Every day.
wake up and you drink some coffee and shit, and you get all this fucking energy from nowhere. You change the energy that was in your body, the spiritual energy that was in your body, to make it a higher resonance, to make it vibrate higher, so you're able to like fucking like function better, and you can feel that shit. Like whenever you're like, I'm in a bad mood. I don't like this shit. I'm about to just feel good because fuck it. And then you actually just like your energy actually changes. It's alchemy.
Somebody got
Alchemy
to
is
the right key.
yeah, right key. All that shit.
Basically, yeah.
Like
I'm
alchemy is
learning that
just
shit.
transmutation. Alchemy is changing something to something else, regardless of whether it's changing water to ice or changing your aura color from red to blue or changing your mood or changing somebody else's mood.
The
Like that's
purposeful
alchemy.
manifestation of matter in a way. Manipulation of matter and mass and shit.
Yeah. Manipulation but like specifically, mine was gonna be on the manipulation of energy,
Mm.
like connections to different stars and shit like that. Like how we're a fucking system, a solar system that's in a galaxy that's going around a fucking black hole, and like our planets are gravitating around the sun, and the sun is going around the black hole and shit. And like the closer you get to the center of it, the
Yep.
more I won't say the more powerful you are because that can be taken the wrong way, but the more in tune you are with
Miss
the
something?
toroidal flow or the ultimate flow of the fucking universe and shit. So you'll be able to progress
Did we lose him?
a lot better. Ooh, were you talking to me? No, probably not.
Rob, what is your I guess your
Did we
adventure
lose
with that? Like,
everybody?
cause I know you guys are on the same. Well, not necessarily the same, but you
Bro,
guys have an understanding of that plane a little bit more.
Say it again. Which plane? The metaphysical plane?
Yeah. Your metaphysical journey. In regards, I guess
Shit,
speaking on
man.
the alchemy in that sense.
Shit. I mean, the way I see it, like it's like transmutation. You know what I'm saying? Just say one of my biggest thing I'm working on right now is Reiki. This is, you know what I'm saying, it's symbiotic to alchemy. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say you hurt yourself when you was a kid. You know what I'm saying? You scrape your elbow, right? And Reiki is basically the manipulation of
How y'all
type
doing? I
of
got a
God life,
DoorDash
of
fix
life
of
energy, and spiritual energy through your own energy. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
So you will
You
touch your elbow, if you scrape your elbow, you'll touch it, and then you'll start getting healing energy from your hand because you got receptors in your hand and all over your body to where you can send healing energy. Like it's like you handshake, give somebody a handshake, you're sharing energy. If you give somebody a hug, you're sharing energy and stuff like that. Love is one of the biggest ways to express and share energy like that. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. I'm working on learning Reiki level mastery level 1 first for right now, and then because you go up to I think like 3 levels of Reiki, everything. But I'm really and truly right now. I'm just meditating a lot. You know what I'm saying, and waiting to see what happened come the 21st because there's a lot of speculation and hype around this Saturn and Jupiter conjunction. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's liable to take place. I'm just waiting, really, just making sure I'm right. What else to say after
Now,
that? Well, come to me after that.
I
Tell
know
you more.
when you say Reiki, you and Wolf both told me about that, or at least a place to go find out a little bit more information about that was from Hunter x Hunter. How did you come across it? When did you, yo, how did you basically discover Reiki and break it down for a person who is ignorant? Because basically that's what I am. I'm a fucking kid here learning from all you people.
Well, shit. Hunter x Hunter is significant for me because it's emphasized more of what Naruto opened my eyes to. The chakras and everything like that, chakra points. You know what I'm saying? And the what is it? What they call it? Zen and Nin and all that thing like they was going through. Like it kind of it made more of an emphasis to the different levels of your chakra from the 7 chakras that you have, like from the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, throat, third eye, crown chakra. You know what I'm saying? But Hunter, yeah, it just made me shit. I was like, shit, I wanna be able to do what they doing, and in a kind of sense, I knew I probably wouldn't be able to just have like some super strong key punches or some shit like that, but I knew I could probably like affect my energy and connect with nature in a way, like what I'm saying, be able to do telepathic type of things, have psychic awareness, develop my intuition, stuff like that. So I just, hmm, I don't know. It opened my eyes, so I started searching for different things. So if let's say I want to learn about chakras, I started looking up different things about chakras, going to YouTube, going to Google, looking at books, whatever the case may be. Just if you go down a rabbit hole and you just keep going through and just finding different information that help you find other information from everything else, that's what I did. Even now, I'm still learning
Yeah.
different things. And just started getting into actual Reiki like probably like a week ago. So I'm learning myself with that. I kind of knew what it
What is
was, but I
Reiki?
just didn't. Matter of fact, let me get my money. I got you. Hold it real quick. Let me get my motherfucking notes.
And Wolf, if you can hear me, I don't know if
Reiki is
you need to back out or not. Because I can't hear you. Yeah, bro, you mute.
I can't hear him.
I can read your lips though.
I still ain't even able to see Wolf, man. That ain't video been loading this
Can you
whole
hear me
time.
now?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, 1 second. Try this again.
Yo, yo.
Yo, yo.
Nah, you mute now, bro.
Nah, you mute now, bro.
You echoing. You got an echo. You echoing. You got an echo.
Hmm.
Let me back out and just make sure it's not on my end.
Okay, I'm good. I'll just talk to y'all
Okay.
like this. I had
I
y'all
can
on
hear
the
you
card,
now.
but for some reason the card. Yeah, I realized. Oh, I had y'all on the card, but for some reason the card wasn't connecting right, so I couldn't hear y'all. I couldn't hear y'all this last time, but Y'all couldn't hear me the other times. Either way, I got it fixed. Did Quay back out?
I think so.
No.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, my shit just tripping. No, my shit tripping. I can barely hear you. I know it's
Usually, I
on
didn't
my
see like a picture for you, fam. I don't see you at all on here.
Well, I'm here.
He's just the voice among the waters now.
Oh,
Incognito.
but no, like Reiki is a cool ass thing, bro. Reiki is pretty much like in a nutshell. I mean, on my side, I'm sure Earl gave you a pretty sufficient explanation.
We haven't went over it yet.
Reiki, huh?
We haven't went over it yet. We're just not getting to it.
Oh, my bad. I let you do your thing, man.
No, man. Yeah.
Oh shit! I was just gonna hood simplify that shit, bro. Reiki is pretty much being able to see people's auras or feel people's auras, right? And be able to pretty much inject your own aura, and like, cause auras have colors, right? And you can be able to see where somebody else is lacking or whatever, and you're able to inject the right color. Because true Reiki healers have a rainbow color aura. So their aura is actually comprised of all colors, and they can just give you a little bit of this color, a little bit of that color, or a little bit of this type of aura to heal your spirit, or like Earl was saying before, like help individual chakras. It's like chakras have their own colors too. Like purple, green, red, blue, all that shit. And like if somebody like is having problem with communication, like not being heard or not getting their point across well, or just don't know how to fucking talk to people, like they might have a blockage in their throat chakra, or which is communication, or they might have like a lower level on that. Then you just give them a little bit of blue, like in a very very wrapped up nutshell, a very small one. Like that's like my 101 to Reiki. I'm pretty sure that Earl actually been studying this shit. I just know what I've heard and what I've seen and what I can relate to, like fucking Naruto healing and fucking Hunter by Hunter, like y'all were saying. Because Hunter by Hunter, really more than anything, it just teaches control. Like, yes, you can put your aura directly into your eyes and focus that shit and be able to see some shit better, or put it into your fucking nose and smell some shit. Like you like your aura. If you focus it somewhere, it brings more awareness and attention to that area. And like he was saying that he felt like when he got into it, he didn't like think that he could like hit shit really really hard. Nah, fam, if you put your aura behind the punch, motherfuckers gonna feel that shit.
Yeah, I know they is. I know they is. You know what I'm saying?
Like for real, bro. Like, cause I've actually tried shit like that before, and I did shit hard as fuck with this shit. Like aura is something that
yeah, amazing.
Okay. I don't be trying to like go all the way in depth and go on 1,000 different tangents and shit, but like you autonomously control every single cell in your body, right? Everybody can agree with that shit, right? You just automatically like you make your heart beat, but it's autonomous, so you don't really like know how you making your shit beat. It's just automatically happening. It's like breathing and shit. You don't even notice that you're breathing half the time, but you're doing it, or maybe not. Like I don't know. But like when you bring your awareness and your aura into shit, you can enhance it. You can make more things you bring your awareness to like your fist, and you bring the visualization to your head that you want your fist to be strong. So your mind is like, okay, let's make this motherfucker strong, and boom, you got a chakra punch.
Oh God, you really do. It's really that simple at the end of the day. Like you ain't gotta make it that complex. It's really that simple. It's channeling your energy, making the intent to actually like say if you got somebody that's got a hurt shoulder, you know what I'm saying? And you put your hand on their shoulder and you got the intent that I want to put some life energy in your shoulder so it can heal. You put your hand on your shoulder and they start feeling better.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Ray is God's wisdom or higher power. And Ki or Chi is life force energy. You know what I'm saying? So Reiki, in the general sense, is life force energy guided by the higher power. When you're doing Reiki, it's not your energy that's actually healing to somebody. It's God's universe energy that's healing you and the person that is getting the Reiki done. So Reiki heals not only the person that's actually getting it done, but the healer as well. Because it's God's energy coming in and you're channeling through yourself to the other person. And with the auras and everything like that, you can know if they got a blockage anywhere, so you can actually channel and align the chakras as they need to be done. You can balance them out how they need to be done, unblock them if they need to, add some more strength if you need to. Let's say you got a debate, you know what I'm saying, on Saturday, you go get some Reiki and throw that chakra flow real good. You can speak in and not say your words like never before. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. It's like with a chakra punch. You think about it, boom, there you go. You got a super hard ass motherfucking over 9,000 level punch. You know what I'm saying?
That's
for real.
I got like two abstract
I
questions for you. Like, I know you guys are like learning as you go, but like, abstract question for you. Like, cause I'm thinking about it right now. Virtual space. Are you able to sense a person's aura or their chakras through a virtual space?
Like if you're in virtual reality.
I'm sorry, you went out for a second. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, no, I was asking.
Well, I actually went out for a second.
All right, well, I got you. I was asking, basically, in a virtual space, are you able to sense another person's aura / chakra?
Like over Twitter or some shit?
Like shit, like right now, like what this is.
Oh yeah, I believe so.
It's possible, but it takes focus and shit.
Like you can read somebody's energy through a text. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like
Yeah, definitely.
That's how I go.
Yeah, because
Sure.
I mean,
I forgot the other
think
question.
about it, all this shit is electromagnetic. Text messages, phone calls, fucking everything is fucking electromagnetic already. So naturally, some of that energy, just like on Lucy, some of that energy can be read. Like I'm pretty sure y'all both seen Lucy with
I haven't.
Scarlett
I haven't seen
Johansson.
Lucy.
Oh, go hard, man. You gotta get on it.
You gotta watch that, bro.
You
gotta watch that, bro. For real. I ain't bullshit. You gotta watch that shit. Like she literally was reading motherfuckers' energy, like through the motherfucking radio frequencies and shit, through everywhere, bro. Like, fam, she
hard.
premise of Lucy was, what if an individual unlocks the other 86% of their brain potential? And bitch did it.
Oh no, I thought everybody's brain was used intangibly. I thought that was more like a myth.
Now again, we're in movie lore right now, so.
Oh, okay. Movie lore.
yes. Unobtainium. Like it could be considered a myth. It could not. Like at the end of the day, like I said, we do a lot of things autonomously. If we did it on purpose, who knows what the fuck we could do, right?
Yeah.
Damn, I went way too far. But yeah, we do it autonomously, and like basically with her. Okay, so your subconscious, right? Your subconscious knows a whole lot of shit that you don't really even that you don't even really pay attention to, right? But you just be feeling shit. But like, and that's how scientists and shit can write off like shit like fucking spirituality and shit like fucking intuition and shit like that. They write it off by saying that your subconscious already picks up cues that you already instinctively and internally know, and like if you yourself was this way, then you would know this, or you've seen somebody else this way before, so that's what they're gonna do because that's what they did. Like your subconscious picks up on body language, all that shit. And even if you don't intellectualize it, even if you don't like peep it immediately, your subconscious just soaks it all the fucking every little thing. Like your subconscious is like got photographic memory, basically. So it uses resonance, which is pretty much I don't have to explain what the fuck resonance is. It uses resonance to say, okay, so this is like this, so this is how this may go. It's a very high possibility because checkpoints A, B, C, D through J all clear. And like that's how people. That's part of the way that people can read energy. Like I feel like they were wrong in how they write it off because it's just like a caveat to it. Like, cause like let's just say that somebody just sent you a whole lot of motherfucking energy, and then like you just start feeling some shit. You don't know what the fuck you feeling. You just feeling some shit. But like intuition and subconscious and shit like that is it helps you say that okay, this feeling that I'm receiving feels like I don't know, sadness. It feels like a certain type of sadness. You know what type of sadness it feels like? It feels like this type of sadness. Hey, are you feeling this right now? How did you know? I don't know. I just knew. It just happened that way. And what I was saying was that, like, through the electromagnetic waves that are transferred from
the fucking bot dropped. Give me a sec. The bot dropped out. Give me 1 second. See if I can load it back up real quick.
Okay.
Okay, we're back. I don't know why it does that. Like I've noticed it once it goes over like 2-hour material, it just drops out sometimes. It's fucking stupid. But as you were saying.
Basically I was just saying that the subconscious ties, I was saying that the energy reading and the reflection, looking at yourself. What was I saying? I don't remember. I don't know how far I got.
You were talking about resonance, and then you were also bringing it close, or you were bringing it home by how all of that. Well, because for me, I started thinking of it as like in your consciousness, kind of feels like that's where you get that trauma. Like that's why you remember that trauma. I mean, that's the negative way of thinking of it, but it's just that's probably why you can instinctively feel that way about things because you built that shit in your subconscious.
Yeah, that's why they say do shadow work. Shadow work is basically just like dealing with your own fucking demons. And like that's why it's kind of important to like, and it's not just like, hey, you shouldn't be hurt over this shit anymore. It happened so long ago. It's more like understanding why you felt the way that you felt in that situation and why you feel still the way you feel about that situation, even if you don't think about it, as well as understanding why somebody else may have did that. Like you try to come to a solution and something like consoling yourself, consoling your younger self or your past self or what have you. Like it's basically like saying that, hey, yeah, that shit was fucked up, bro. Like if you had a partner or a homie or some shit that went through some shit, you would with shadow work you would pretty much say the same thing to yourself that you would say to them from a higher standpoint. Not just like, hey, bro, you'll be straight one day. It's cool. Don't worry about that bitch or what have you. Like it's more like, hey, yeah, I understand why you felt the way that you felt because this was happening, but it's really a cancel, so you really don't want to say but because like people say that like if you say but then it really cancels out everything you said before that. But so
I knew you were going with it.
Yeah, like it was like
but Quay came back.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Quay. Yeah, you wanna like with the shadow work, you wanna make sure that like you come from an understanding standpoint and understand why you felt the way that you felt and give yourself some type of consoling about what you went through. And then you can start the healing process. Like things that you don't give a fuck about now, you gotta make it so that you wouldn't have gave a fuck about that same shit back then, even though you gave a fuck about it then. And the reason why you don't give a fuck now is because you've been through this shit. Not all things that happen bad to you are like detrimental, cause like chaos can bring prosperity. After a war, there's peace. So there's that. Something to snack on.
Shit, Booda. It's kind of hard to call you Booda, man. I haven't had to call another man Booda since my brother was named Booda back in like younger years. But have you touched on any of
my name my
the?
whole life.
have you touched on the metaphysic? Shit. Wait, am I pronouncing that shit correctly when I say it? Is that what you reference it as? Yeah, it's the metaphysics of it.
So you mean like with all the like the little spirits and stuff that we talking about? The orbs
spirits, meditating, getting in touch with your chakra, your auras, all of that shit.
Nah, I'll be meditating just because I know that promotes, regeneration of, brain cells and shit. I smoke a lot of weed, so gotta balance that shit out. But
I like it.
Like, yeah, but as far as like the metaphysical shit, I personally have not. I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people take me for that type too. So, but nah, I don't.
I sure did.
I live a life. I'm a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like the decisions and shit that I make, I believe in karma very heavily, which I guess you can't say that is metaphysical. You know what I'm saying? So I believe very, very heavy in karma, and that's just how I live. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with nobody. Karma. I love karma. Wolf got a line that say, which is like one of my favorite lines of all time.
Karma is playing into like the law of attraction and shit.
Yeah, but one of my favorite lines from any rapper is he say, "My armor is karma. It reciprocate what's sent to me." And like I live every day like that. Like,
damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like he laughing like he, but that whole really, like that whole. When I heard him say that, I don't know if he was in the studio when I caught it or if it was released when I caught it. But when I heard that man say that, I was just like, bro, that's something to live by.
Yeah,
sure.
That's some.
Fam, we was working on Sweet Victory with that shit.
Oh, well, you killed it. That right there. Nigga, that was 30 years ago. I still remember that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that stuck with me. 10 years for sure. Like, that stuck with me.
Shit, bro.
Yeah, I like that. And that's how I live life. Cause I mean everything else, I could die without knowing about it. I could die without knowing about all that other shit. Like it's cool to know. I could go without it. You know what I'm saying? But how did I treat you while I was here?
I feel that. Like
we all looking for shit. We all trying to find answers and everybody we out here. But at the end of the day, it comes down to how you treat your fellow man. You know what I'm saying? Like how did you treat me? You knew I was lost, how did you treat me?
Yeah, you don't give a fuck about all the other shit.
Yeah. Like I don't. But it's not because I don't think it's important. Yeah, and it's not because I don't think it's important. It just
yeah. I mean, ultimately, it's not as important as other shit, bro. Cause like you can become so high in the spiritual that you nothing in the in the physical. Trust me, I've been there. But like, like I definitely feel you on that shit because the shit don't the shit.
Now you're going crazy in the virtual.
Really don't matter. It's some cool shit. Like, cause there's people that are.
You're going robotic, so your virtual self is really fucking up right now.
I don't know.
Press the back button and come back, bro.
What?
That nigga speaking French on my side.
You gotta love it. That's what happens when you're trying to force reality somewhere it's not.
She started glitching.
No, that is called the
shit that there's a force that's called that shit that like literally like pushes that shit out. Like when you try to record, like when you're having a good ass conversation and about some whole ass other shit, and then like you just try to start recording because like y'all having a good ass conversation, then the conversation changes
Oh yeah.
randomly, and or it don't be as good anymore. Not substantial force, it's the counterbalance force or what the fuck ever that shit called.
Hey man, I don't know it. Shit,
I'm
gents, we have been rocking for 2 hours plus, and like we gotta do this again. This is dope. Like yeah, man, like this is dope. I enjoyed this. Yeah, we just gotta do this shit again. Fucking pick another subject. As you see, we did not stick on subject, but this is what this shit is for. Just the random fucking conversations.
That's what Lovecraft do,
Yeah.
man. Make you talk about everything.
I fuck
I
with
mean,
that
I
shit
already
because it's
have
like
most
I
of you
ain't.
guys. Yeah, basically, bro, it's reflection time. You already have all you guys links. Quay, send me your shit if you want to be tagged on anything. Like from everything from just all your social shit that you want this shit connected with. I will probably have this episode up from Wednesday. I gotta go. I'm praying to fucking Guardians and hoping that the fucking OBS did not shut down throughout any of this. We got the audio. That's the most important part. But I'm just hoping when I go check the computer, the OBS ran straight through completely because yeah, that's the most important part when it comes to the visual part of it.
For sure, for sure.
But shit.
I have one
But
quick question.
what's up?
When I
Go
like
ahead.
moved off of the which way do I go that way? When I moved off of the screen, did it like okay, well y'all probably don't know when the fuck I moved off the screen. Did my shit cut out like a whole lot? Like my video?
Yeah, you probably you cut out a
Like
lot.
every 5 minutes, like okay. Just make it what the fuck oh I'm going the wrong way. Yeah.
Loud.
Now my bad. That won't happen next time, guys. It won't happen next time because
Bro,
like
it's all
like I
fucking
said,
good, man.
I'm
This is
working right now.
experiment 000. I'm trying to figure this shit out too. Honestly, I like fucking Earl. You got your cast, bro. Why don't you jump to the visuals part of it too, man?
I'm planning on doing that real
Huh?
soon. Planning on
Oh.
doing that shit real soon. I'm planning on doing that, yeah, for sure, for sure. I want to get like an actual camera, and I want to have like an actual set though when I get mine going. You know, I'm just waiting until I guess the right time. I guess I don't know, but it's
I'm
coming though. It's coming real soon.
cool, but you know how I do things, bro. I just throw that shit and see what sticks at the wall. We figure that shit out as we go, man.
Hey, I fuck with it. I love it. Might
But
have to
shit,
use Discord, man.
bro.
I like it.
You can use
This is
Discord
awesome.
or you can go live on your Instagram. You can just do it on your Instagram. It uploads it right when you're done. You can just do that. Take the audio from it and then upload it that way.
Mm. Damn. She's all right. I'm about to see. I'm gonna look into that shit. I'm gonna start looking at shit. But we gonna start it up soon for sure. Definitely gonna start it probably maybe in the beginning of next year. Go ahead and finish this year out and we get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit sounds so
Well, shit.
far away. That shit is like 20 days from now.
Right? Right?
My
Well,
bad,
shit,
guys.
gents.
Y'all can finish signing off.
Yeah, I'm about. I gotta go dip. Like I gotta go finish this. Well, I'm trying to work on this project that I want to release tomorrow. No, it's no wanna. I'm going to release in the morning. So, I gotta sign off because I got shit to do. And gents, I will holler at y'all next time.
Okay, two things.
No,
Oh, well,
already
never
love.
mind. I'll
God
talk
damn
to
it!
you on the thing. Peace. Bye.
Already.
Yeah, y'all can. Hey, y'all
Figure
can do what the
this
fuck
shit.
y'all want in the stream. I'm finna live. I'm gone.
No, it's your boy I am King.
Laters.